New York City, 6 a.m. An out-of-control satellite radio show is being broadcasted to millions of Americans. At the controls, Greg Hughes, a father.
Oh, this is perfect. This is how it should be.
Anthony Cumia, an alcoholic.
Hey, hi.
And Jim Norton, a comedian.
It's me! I work here! Glad I got that one out.
Are we on live now? Is it happening? This is it?
The three men make up the Opie and Anthony Show, a popular radio program known for its cringe style of entertainment and having very few limits.
I like where this is going. I'm seeing a lot of options here.
This is like different than any other radio.
No telling what we're going to hear in here today. Tits, ass, tons of cuss words.
It's not like radio, it's like hanging out.
In the past, they have been accused of multiple FCC violations and have even gotten their show suspended from satellite radio.
This is why. This is American freedom of speech.
It's good on every level.
Insane.
Every second is funny,
Wildly funny.
and philosophically spotless.
Everything you are about to hear is real. Real people, real excitement. This is the Opie and Anthony Show.
We're on already? Oh, my
Yes.
God. You got to do it again after yesterday's amazing show?
I don't think we should have to.
That's what I was thinking.
I think we should have taken the rest of the week off
What a great idea.
to celebrate the wonderfulness that was yesterday's show.
What a great idea.
Oh, wouldn't that be great? And we're out of here for the week. Thank you. Leave on a high note.
No, what I mean is you just gave me a great idea.
Oh, really?
Yes. A great idea.
What are we doing?
Well, here, I'll turn off the mics for a second.
Oh. Yeah, that's good.
That's a good idea, right? It'll make sense someday.
Yeah.
Anthony just gave me a great idea, though.
Don't worry about it. That's,
Is this E-Rock's pictures from yesterday's amazing radio show?
really amazing?
He had a lot of shots.
Two icons.
Yeah, and Brian Johnson.
Brian Johnson.
Jimmy Norton.
Oh, very good.
Yes,
Sorry, I
of
just
course.
jumped
And
on.
Malcolm McDowell, Jimmy Norton. And then Brian Johnson's in there, too.
And that's your first step over for the day because Jimmy was in the middle of a great line, and I'm like, yeah, it was a great day. So, we had Brian Johnson of AC/DC, who Jim Brewer has told us over the years is just a great guest, and wow, Jim Brewer was correct. And then we're clearing the studio out because we had Malcolm McDowell coming in, and Brian Johnson goes, Malcolm McDowell?
Yeah.
And stupid me, I'm just thinking in radio terms. I'm like, yeah, he's a fan of Clockwork Orange like we are.
Yeah, he saw the guy on TV a few times and movies, whatever.
But no, see, they live in a different world, and he was like, holy shit, it's my old pal, Malcolm McDowell, who I haven't seen in a while.
My mate.
So the door opens, and they hug each other.
Yeah.
And then I'm thinking Malcolm McDowell might think this is some weird psycho fan. How would he know AC/DC?
Yeah.
Because it's Malcolm McDowell, movie star, you know?
Yeah, it is weird.
But it turns out, no, these guys really know each other. And then we just sat back and watched, and we just got praise for yesterday's show.
They had a great conversation with each other.
They sure did.
Why butt in?
Because listen to Shook Me All Night Long, Back in Black. Like, you forget how many, like...
Highway to Heaven.
Dude.
Which is a great song.
I know.
No, that's...
By the way, for the people... I caught it yesterday,
You
but
said I didn't catch it.
Sometimes you just let the
Because I was reading it
happen.
off a paper, and he did actually say that funny thing about Angus had to go practice as an excuse for not driving the car with Phil Rudd.
Yeah.
Right.
Because he drives so fast. Brian probably didn't catch it, though.
I don't think he caught it.
Yeah.
Because
I don't
he,
think so. Everything was moving really fast.
I had him after our show. I did him for the Boneyard, and he's just the great guy. Mm-hmm. And I'm having him pick songs, and I have him pick a Bon Scott song, from AC/DC. He picked one he liked.
Can you tell us which one, or does it have to be a surprise
no,
for the
it's
Boneyard show?
Ride On. Right on. Yeah,
that's a cool song.
And to close, I have him pick an AC/DC song that he sang. And he goes, I'm going to do something with Black Ice. And he goes, and he fucking forgot the name of the song.
Okay.
The fourth one on the new record.
Oh, shit.
Oh, it was great. He forgot his own fucking song.
Okay, so that...
and he forgot the lyrics when he was singing at Malcolm, too.
Yeah.
So I don't think he even thought that I said Highway to Heaven. But, dude, I didn't know until I got home, and they were killing me.
No,
on
they were
Twitter.
killing you. Oh, were they killing you?
Oh,
Highway to Heaven.
I got it queued up just in case people missed it.
Oh, no.
Here it is from yesterday's show.
Like yours was, sorry, I got to stay home and rearrange my fridge magnets. and Angus's was that he'd forgotten the riff to Highway to Heaven and had to practice it.
We all knew what you meant. So it wasn't worth nailing you and ruining like just the moment.
Oh.
Like everyone knew what you meant, obviously. But it is funny.
Malcolm's line and Angus Young's line was his line about Angus was very funny.
That's great, yeah.
But look at me leaning over needy. Could you sign Malcolm? Fucking ugly old band neck I have.
Yeah,
now.
that video is hilarious. And I butted right in there because I knew that the publicist, is at the door waiting to just drag him right the fuck out of there.
But he came back to sign stuff.
And I needed like one. Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. He wasn't. Spencer's great. He literally had other interviews. He had OutQ and Ronnie B.
Oh, okay.
Ronnie B interviewed.
Right.
Because Ron had to go to someplace, I think.
Sure.
Surgery or something. So Malcolm came back after.
Oh, that's great.
And signed a couple things on the table. He was fucking great, man.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the guy was fucking great, man.
What'd you get signed at?
One of the anniversary copies.
Very cool.
I'll go back, Travis.
Really cool.
A couple of nice pictures of Brian Johnson and Malcolm together. That's a great. You ought to get that to Brian and to Malcolm. They would probably both love that shot.
Everybody wants those pictures. They're people. They're like, we need those pictures. Yes, Eric.
E-Rock's got
Yeah, they're sending couriers over today because Warner Brothers, AC/DC's management, Malcolm McDowell's people all want these photos. So.
Then again,
are you going to get a credit, E-Rock?
I hope.
Then again,
A credit in a book, maybe? Photo by Fatso.
By the way, those are the ones they're going to release. Malcolm and him. Okay, have nothing to do with us.
Oh, nothing to do with us.
Of course
nothing
not.
yeah,
But we got to give them the good ones too.
Them.
That's why I photo bombed one. Is
you
the photo bomb?
jumped in the background.
Yeah, that's on the disc for them too.
Where's my photo bomb?
That's one where Opie's in the background. Yeah,
As two
mugging.
chums are getting to know each other again, they haven't seen each other in a while. I have to be a fucking loser in the background.
You're mugging.
Dude, I almost did the same thing while they were talking. I'm like, what if I could just turn around and stand?
Inject yourself into their conversation.
I was to get the picture, but I couldn't do it.
Hey, I threw up a video and the comment, people love nervous fucking Jimmy.
My God, yes. You are so nervous,
I felt
Nelly.
bad yesterday
It's
after the
hilarious.
No, I don't
Why?
care. Who gives a fuck?
I didn't mean to.
We have to do this show every goddamn day.
It was
Who cares?
great.
Okay.
It was so good.
Don't even fucking think twice about it. Who gives a fuck?
I know. I just don't want to be
You
fucking.
Makes you endearing.
You getting all nervous about the eggs? Wow, the video's doing well already. All right.
I can't. I can't move my eggs. You're just all upset about your eggs being put in the way.
I have
this thing.
I move these eggs.
Yeah.
Fucking eggs in my way.
Fucking eggs in my way. How do I move these eggs?
We're in the middle of Jimmy panicking.
Jimmy is in complete panic mode.
Malcolm McDowell's coming in from Clockwork Orange.
Johnson first.
Can you pause this for a second?
Fit these guys.
All right. I got to ask Jimmy because now it's a day later. Did you realize at the time how fucking nervous you were coming across?
No.
Because me and Ant were dying. We're dying. We're like, he's losing his mind.
I was overly tired. I haven't been sleeping very well. So, no.
That's a good pause. Your arms are up.
Yeah.
You're waving around.
I'm flailing.
You were flailing and just babbling. It was
I was
fantastic.
I was 45 minutes late for therapy yesterday because I went right to the fucking. No, it's okay. I went right to the art place.
I call it the poster store.
Oh, and have it all mounted and
Have it
everything
framed.
nicely.
I don't get
Very
mountings,
good.
but just framed.
Yeah,
really?
It was a fun day to follow Jimmy on Twitter yesterday. He was tweeting as he went.
Yeah.
And now I'm at the poster store.
The poster
The one
store.
someone told me on Twitter, and they're probably right, that the one Malcolm had never seen was probably from like 82 or in the 80s because it was probably one of those some weird Australian poster. It's not.
Yeah, but why wouldn't they? Oh, probably they couldn't use those people without paying them.
Really?
Sometimes that
maybe
happens.
I don't know.
Sometimes that happens.
Or they might have been cross-promoting two films, like a poster, like an art house or
At
something.
a film festival.
The guy on Twitter told me why. Because I wrote back, I'm like, why do you think it's... Because he seemed like he was convinced it was an Australian, not
I want to
an
know
original.
because Malcolm McDowell never saw that before.
Yeah, I don't mind getting him to sign that. That's great.
Hey,
It's
dude,
great.
he was even like, wow, I've never seen this one before. And he wrote a Viduel.
He writes that, yeah, video well.
That's
How great was
cool.
that
Yeah,
to see
very,
that right
very
now?
good.
Can we go back to that video for a second? I love watching Nervous
And
Jimmy.
like it's 40 years ago. ago. Just want to say, it's like 40 years ago, and the guy is still just fucking blurting lines out.
Well, what else
to
is he
talk
gonna
about
do?
it?
It's just great. Yeah, what else is he going to
What do you think we're going to be doing?
I know, just
So the
talking about...
Sex for Sam
Yeah, let me
thing.
tell you about that.
Yeah, it's the 40th anniversary.
Oh, God.
I just wish I would have asked him about Caligula. I mean,
Yeah, it was just one of those things where, obviously, Brian Johnson's screwing up our interview.
yeah, wrecking the whole thing.
It was hard to, get into as much as we wanted to.
They'll both, by the way, they'll both for the rest of their careers remember this radio show.
Of course. And Brian Johnson will have back easily, and hopefully
Malcolm would come back.
Malcolm comes back
Yeah.
to New York a lot, so we'll have him too. It was a great introduction for our show. Go back to Nervous Jimmy. This is too good.
Yeah,
Don't worry about it. We have to get the TVs off and fucking Brian Johnson. Everybody, we have to do Brian Johnson pictures of something a certain way because we can't have fucking Malcolm walking like
my
Brock
God.
Lesnar did. It's Malcolm McDowell.
Right, okay, Jimmy.
The guy was like knighted.
Yes,
You can't do that shit.
it'll work out. So now,
Sir, is he a sir?
I don't know. Don't say that because if he's not, you'll feel like an asshole.
Yes.
Jimmy is now carefully opening up the,
That. You have a few things in there?
Two.
Two things.
and this is stuff you want Malcolm McDowell to
I would
sign.
hope that he would. Yeah, I'm trying to think which one I want to open a certain way. I told you to leave that alone. It's a very important work of art. All right. Can someone just hold this like really flat under the bottom?
Assist Jimmy.
All right,
but
he's
don't fuck
carefully opening
That's the
it.
thing there, Travis. That's
Do
the
not
poster.
fuck this up.
Mars, you punch it, I'll give you $1,000.
Oh,
This-
God.
This right here.
Imagine just slamming your fist
Jimmy's in
into
another
that
place.
thing.
As we watch this
I'm
video.
not gonna take it out though
Look, he doesn't want to take it out. Why?
because it was so hard to get in
Yeah.
like without being. It's a fucking. Bring the camera over here. I'll show it to you.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God, I gotta get up.
What is it?
It's the original movie poster, but it's the Japanese version.
Oh.
Let me see.
I just don't want to because you can see how fucking delicate this poster. It's the Japanese version of the poster.
Oh my God, I gotta sneeze.
Oh.
And
Very nice, Jimmy.
so I got that to be signed with a Lulu. All right, and
And what's the other side?
let's try to
Other
put this.
side. It's got,
Look at how he's carefully.
This one has a little thin British poster that I've never seen before.
oh, look at that, yeah.
I don't know what this is.
Well, you bought it. What do you mean you don't know what it is?
But
Well, it says Malcolm
it's a movie poster without the guys on it. It's got different guys on it.
Yeah,
it's
who is
different
that?
guys. I don't know who they are. They're different people.
For a fucking Broadway production?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
So I'm gonna have them just sign it right there. But I want these two things signed, and maybe one, maybe the program. That's it. I'm not gonna go crazy.
No, you're not going crazy spending $1,100 on this
That
stuff.
wasn't very good, but I had to do it, dude. The Japanese fucking poster is beautiful. It's in perfect condition. I've never seen it. It's an original. I had to get it.
The only thing odd, and you can tell it's Japanese because it says a crockwork on it.
Old gag.
All right, Jimmy.
Japanesey joke.
But yeah, I went a little.
A look inside
Yeah.
Jimmy's obsession. This is his thing, man.
But it's like this is a guy I really love in a fucking movie I love.
Sure.
So I don't feel bad.
Fabulous.
This was a thrill for us, Malcolm. Thank you so much.
Thanks so much.
Hey, great pleasure. Thanks, guys.
I think we're done for the day.
Yes.
All right, we're getting out of here. Thanks, guys. See you tomorrow.
Looking right up on the thing.
Oh, you
I'm
are
watching
right
myself.
there
I'm
with
embarrassing myself.
No.
Can you hold that?
Your damage.
So obviously, right after the interview
Yeah, I
with
didn't.
Malcolm, we cut to that. Jimmy getting his stuff signed.
It's almost
More
shameless.
of a
though.
visual right now.
But it's like
It's so cool. Video.
Video he signs.
You got video confirmation that's his signature.
yeah.
A horrible signature, by the way. Anyone could have scribbled that.
Yes.
But Malcolm even said about the other thing he signed for me, the third thing, which was I don't know. It's a clockwork poster.
Wow, no, I've never
See, I dive in there too because I'm afraid he's going to leave without me getting anything signed.
Oh, they were
Perish
rushing.
that thought. Yeah, I thrust it in his
Right?
face.
There's none of the people from the movie in there.
It's an odd poster.
I love Ant just trying to make a noise on the other side, like so Malcolm looks over.
Yeah, please. Look, it's an odd poster. And,
Wow, it's got to be worth something.
hey, could you sign this, fucko?
But Malcolm's great because he's like this. He signed that little booklet for me, and he goes, he didn't want to sign to anybody. He goes, just because this is an original, he just wanted to put his name on it because he knew it would be worth more.
Wow.
This is great, dude.
This is
Making
the part,
money for people.
This is the part I want you guys to see. So Jimmy cares more about the poster that was just signed than actually the guy that sign of love. Look, he's trying to
He hung Jimmy up, and then Jimmy hung him up.
And then Malcolm's trying to get Jimmy's attention. He has to tap him like, hey, thank you.
Because Jimmy's got his posters.
And all he gives a fuck is about his poster that was signed.
I didn't mean to.
Oh, that's fantastic.
You had Malcolm McDowell actually tap you like, hey, I'm saying goodbye
I'm
to
here.
you. You know, I think we made some kind of connection today.
You signed it already. Shut up and leave.
Exactly. Interaction over.
I don't need you anymore.
Don't you understand? You're not a real person to me. You're an entity from the movies. You're movie man here. Movie man in studio.
Movie man.
A lot of people picked up on that. What's that about? You don't really care about the person after
I don't
he
think they
signs
care
it?
about me. So it's like I feel bad trying to interact with him. Plus, he was leaving, and literally he had just signed that. And I also, like, what else do I need from the guy? I don't want to overdo it. Like, I don't want to bother him.
Right.
But he came back after, and I felt bad asking him, but he didn't give up. He was very... I think we plugged him really well. We plugged the 40th Clockwork anniversary.
Yeah, he got a great interview.
And I actually want to watch... I really want to watch that DVD that he asked me to plug, which was him talking about his friend, the director, Lindsay something, who did Oh Lucky Man. I actually want to see him.
No, you don't. No one wants to
Dude,
see
he's a fucking great speaker.
no one wants to see that.
Yeah, I
you don't
do.
actually want to see it.
I really do.
No, you don't.
I really would. Because he's good when he does like DVD commentary. He's like a fascinating guy to listen
Malcolm?
to. Yeah, man. Fuck.
So,
that was a great show yesterday.
Fuck yeah.
I went right to the fucking poster place.
Right there.
Dude, I called my therapist. I'm like, I'm late. I'm going to be late.
Because
I'm fucking getting things done.
Because once again, I'm getting posters framed.
The very reason I should be in your office right now.
Right, that's what I was going to say, but that's up to you to do.
That was a fun one, man. Yeah, and fucking look.
The after show was a lot of fun to listen to because their panic continued.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
The 10 o'clock hour yesterday was fun with Jimmy coming in afterwards, still panicking.
Oh, yeah.
And Brian Johnson was marching down hallways. And
he's a nice guy, man.
Brian Johnson rules.
Brian Johnson is a
fun
nice guy.
Yeah.
Fun guy.
And we got Bernard Hopkins today, who just fucking won the belt again. He's the oldest guy in history to win it.
Beating Al Foreman, right?
Yes.
Age-wise?
Yep.
Wow.
Beat Al Foreman.
45?
I think Bernard's 46.
46.
46, and
he's a tough fucking... And we always say guys never come back. And this guy just won the belt, and he's coming back.
Wow.
Right.
History making.
Very happy for him. It'll be good to see him again.
It was funny last time I was in with all the prison stories and shit.
And then he came in. Were you here the time he came in after that?
Yeah, you might not have been here when he came
probably
in again.
wasn't in, yeah.
The second time he came in, and he sits very close.
Right.
But you don't get like a threatening vibe from him. He's just a nice man. Yeah, he really is a cool guy.
Really say something weird to him, and then you'll get
dude, I watched a clip of Hopkins online.
You'll take a hook to the head.
He's a Philly tough dude, and I was watching footage of him get annoyed at some fucking British cunt.
Oh no, really?
And you could just see that Bernard Hopkins is a guy that probably would punch a reporter in the face. As a reaction.
Right.
He has to talk himself out of,
Yeah.
I think, sometimes hitting people for fucking with him. Yeah, he's one of those guys.
Wow.
You guys want
temper.
Brian Johnson and Malcolm McDowell singing from yesterday?
Yeah, I didn't... I was screen capping.
What do you mean?
I wish we could have got them to sing in the Rain.
Well...
I should have asked Malcolm that, but he was talking about it and he didn't sing it, so I didn't want to go, could you sing it?
Sing it, go ahead, do it.
Do it like
do
you
the
did
bit.
in the movie.
Do the bit.
Yeah, do it like in the movies.
Just do it.
Put the hat on. Put the
hat on. The hat.
Put the eye on your sleeve and hit me.
So Brian Johnson, the door opens, Malcolm McDowell's outside, they run, they hug, they're like, oh my God, I haven't seen you in a while, blah, 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 two old pals. That AC/DC story when he had the tryout was really funny, too.
Oh, yeah.
Holy crap, and he had a job to do.
Didn't want to leave his vinyl roof job.
What did he say? He had 8 jobs that day.
Yeah, he's a busy man.
So he probably didn't believe that he had a shot at that. So he almost blew the audition. He almost didn't go. He was
been
late,
a whole
right?
other singer. Might not have been as popular. AC/DC might have been just gone.
Yeah.
That's
From
how
that
shit
point
works.
forward, it might have just not panned out.
Back in Fuchsia. Could have been a different...
Just all that AC/DC with
Right.
Brian Johnson. Imagine if that was just non-existent.
Yeah.
Just never fucking...
Some other Brit.
Yeah.
Fucking Willie Tetley.
Just Willie Tetley. He bombs horribly. The band breaks up and nothing ever comes of it. Willie Tetley.
He decides it has to be Highway to Heaven.
Yeah, Highway to Heaven.
Just wrecks the whole vibe of the band.
Yeah.
Here, so then they decide to sing impromptu. They just sang a little something. We got that from yesterday.
Is that an AC/DC song that they sang or no?
No, I think
Brian wrote it though. I think.
Yeah, Brian
I think
wrote
it's
it.
something they were working on or something.
Okay.
Yeah, it was some kind of a show that they wanted to do.
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Well, what about It's Good to Be God? It's good to be God. It's good to be almighty.
Oh, fuck. He wrote the fucking thing. I can't remember. It was a while ago. The universe.
It's good. It's alarmingly good.
Oh, how it's good to be God. It's good to determine destinies of a dynasty or a nation. Or mortal should they try to get ideas above their station. What of an overwhelming feeling knowing everything is mine. To be potent's very pleasing, but omnipotence divine. It's good to be me, God. And I'm casting it out. Oh, fuck.
No, that was brilliant.
That was brilliant.
And he wrote that, and it's a brilliant musical. We only need, how much do we need? 8 million?
That's it. I will get it on.
You'd have to sign a few more books.
Well, yeah, it's but we'll get it on. I mean, we just had to stop because
he goes, I've got a great part for you, man. I went, yeah? He went, yeah, fucking Zeus, man. You're fucking Zeus. And this is you're coming in. You're flying over the fucking audience, man, on a fucking wire. And there's fire coming out your ass. I went, are you serious? He fucking right, I'm serious, man. And then you land on the stage and you go, it's good to be God.
How great was that?
That's a great, ridiculous sounding moment.
Sure. But Brian Johnson of AC/DC singing kind of a musical number right there, right? That's weird.
That was a Spinal Tap moment.
Right.
Because it's almost like, we now have time to write that, Saucy Jack. You're a naughty one, Saucy Jack. And then, finally get a chance to do our, projects we've been putting on the back burner. Saucy Jack.
He wrote a musical already. I think in his book he talks about he was doing something because he was writing a musical at the time. I think he's probably written a few or a couple.
Sure. There's a couple questions coming in, which this is a good question because I was wondering the same thing. Brian in PA.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey, Brian.
My question is for Jimmy.
Hi, Brian. Welcome aboard.
Hey, Jimmy. Yesterday, when Malcolm signed the, I think it was the second poster, he kind of pulled it out and looked at it. I was wondering, were you freaking out when he grabbed the poster and kind of pulled it out?
Be honest, Jimmy.
Oh, imagine if it just went, just ripped off a handful.
And then has to give fucking Malcolm McDowell a talking to.
Because the thing was like the thickness of a rolling paper.
It really both were thin.
Yeah.
As much as I would have been like bummed about the poster. Malcolm literally, if he would have taken a DVD and cracked it across my face, I'd still love him.
Which he should have.
As of course he should have. And he should have bashed me with the Cooper collection because it's heavier.
You could see that you were nervous, though, that he might,
I still would have framed it, though, because Malcolm ripped it.
But you would have to explain.
Oh, yeah, I would tell people Malcolm fucking ripped this, but, that was such a good day, man. It's weird when you're sitting next to him because he still sounds exactly the same. You look in the face and the eye. It's like, God damn it.
Yeah. And he's doing Clockwork Orange lines. Holy shit.
He's a weird, he's an actor that falls into that weird category of they got their gigs at a certain age where 5 years later they just looked old.
Yeah, old.
And that was it. They looked a lot younger for some of their roles than their age was. So then they kind of look a lot older a few years later. But he's kind of plateaued off where he looks like that, and he's looked like he looks now for years.
Since 82.
Yeah.
I've seen If. I've never seen. I might have seen. I think I did see Oh Lucky Man. I just don't remember it. And I think I didn't like it when I saw it. But I was a kid. I was 13 or whatever, and I didn't. After Clockwork, it was hard for me to see him do anything else until I saw him do Caligula. So I think that I want to see that again, and I want to see a few of his other older ones again.
All right.
I don't know why I just said it. By the way, how many times did I have to say yesterday that I said that him and Brian Johnson would probably know each other?
Yeah.
I did say that, but then it's like, who gives a shit?
And then it turns out to be a moment.
And it was cool.
But who cared? I didn't need credit for that.
Malcolm McDowell was hysterical when he walked in the door, though. He was like,
mate, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
They're just like, oh, fuck.
Two old pals. Chris on Long Island.
Good morning, ladies.
Hey, Chris.
Good morning.
I sat there on the hotline hold trying to talk to my idol, Brian Johnson, while Needy Nancy fucking took every ounce of his time over there. Thank you very much.
Oh, well, sorry for one of the listeners from Long Island.
I know, but that's sort of what annoys me is that,
you can't wait to meet Brian Johnson, blah blah blah. And this morning you're talking about Highway to Heaven would have been Highway to Hell would have been a different title if they hadn't chosen Brian Johnson. Yet Highway to Hell was done before Brian
Bon Scott. Yeah, no, I know. It's just,
right. We know that.
Yeah, but it's just a...
No, God, what an asshole.
Yeah, but it's just a goof thing.
Chris, you're an asshole. The point was
He's
that...
being literal Chris.
Yeah. I know, the point being the song, yes, was already there, but he, some other guy came in and his influence would have been to change that song.
Right.
That was the joke.
Yes, I got it.
Oh, my God. I know that song is older than Brian Johnson.
I didn't at the moment when I said it. I wasn't even... I was literally...
I totally know that one. I'm not I don't know everything about AC/DC, but I know some basic shit.
AC/DC.
I fucking... I wrote that quote down from his book when I was reading it, because I don't know if Chris, if you haven't read the book, it really is funny. I wasn't saying that just because he was here. I went home and read more last night. Like I want to be finished with it by the weekend. It's fucking really a funny book.
Yeah,
you're right, Jimmy. I picked it up yesterday when right after the interview, and the first 100 pages went by, like that.
I didn't plug properly the book signings because I didn't realize it was such an overwhelming thing with those guys both being here. But I don't think Brian Johnson, you forget you don't realize he's one of the biggest rock stars on the planet.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Yes.
You watch that fucking video, some of the live footage, it's astounding.
Dude, he talks about in 1991, in the book, there's a chapter where they're doing something in 91. Boris Yeltsin asked some people, troops or whatever, or the public, what do you want? What can I do for you? And they said, we want AC/DC.
AC/DC, motherfucker.
And, of course, being the Russian premier 3 days later, they had AC/DC in fucking Moscow.
Yeah, wow. Amazing.
And fucking, they had a field and 100,000 people. On 3 days' notice.
Yeah.
100,000 fucking people, man.
Amazing.
And the whole band is just about as nice as Brian. I mean, Phil is a little aloof.
Right.
He's had some his problems in the past.
Yes, I know.
Phenomenal. Every guy in that band there's no rock star airs to them. There's no.
So far, we've had Angus and Brian on, and they were both great.
And Angus, I wish we could have got in studio. He was just plugging like a date. He was plugging a gig, but I would love to have gotten him in studio.
Yep. I love how Brian says the name of the band. It's a story. AC/DC. AC/DC. Right. What band are you talking about, motherfucker?
I was amazed that he hated the road.
Yeah, yes, he gets sick of it.
After a while, he probably, the traveling. He loves gigging, but he just doesn't like
knowing you're going to be in
traveling.
front of 100,000 people, though.
That's the fun part.
I know, but I don't know.
Dude, I got to go see them. What's that, Danny? That poster, where's that from?
No, I was just looking at your Twitter. I'm still trying to look at it, but the shape of it looks like it's a day bill, not exactly like a poster.
Right,
day bills are usually skinny and long.
Oh, maybe, yeah.
So I hate not being able to find shit. So
you'll find out what somebody said. Mark Hamill, one of the guys on Twitter. Thank you, Chris. By the way, is Chris still here?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Take care, buddy. Enjoy the book.
Off.
Enjoy it.
I think it's as simple as they didn't get the licensing for the guys.
That
And
could have been
didn't
it.
want to get in trouble.
God damn it, that might be it. It was just so weird when I had to kind of have it.
Yeah. If anyone can figure it out, go to Jimmy's Twitter. The poster's right there, and obviously Malcolm McDowell's not in the poster.
It's an Australian day bill.
Wow, you know what? That guy on Twitter knew what he was talking about. Thank you.
But why not use the guys?
Let me. Cause I think according to that guy, it was about cross promoting. I'm guessing it was a festival or whatever, or there was a couple of movies. Because Mark Hamill's on that poster, right?
What?
Mark Hamill's in there?
The hell?
One of the soldiers, the guy said. What year is it? 82?
Now that we know
there's not a lot of info on this particular page.
But now that we know what it is, now I want to know why there's other guys on the poster, not Malcolm McDowell. That's the question today, because that's the weird part about this whole fucking thing.
Yeah, I knew it was odd because none of those guys. Why is it? It must be promoting that because I think those descriptions, tense, are not about Clockwork. I think they're about the guys in the bottom. Mm-hmm. I think that's a movie poster with the words Clockwork Orange put on it.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah, but I kind of.
We'll try to figure it out.
I'm guessing it's at least 20 years old.
Yeah, it looks it.
We got something to play.
Great
from yesterday.
Fucking fantastic.
Want to play this? I don't even really know what this is, so we're going to play this cold.
Bird. All right.
That's good.
That's good.
Mm-hmm.
It's good stuff.
Uh-huh.
Oh, God.
Just, okay. That was...
Oh, man. Ow.
Wow.
By the way,
let's try that again.
By the way, there was nothing playing.
Do you want
people are like, can't hear shit. I fooled you.
Yeah, there's nothing on this.
Nothing on the disc.
I tried twice.
You want to hear Needy?
Yes, Jimmy.
I went down. This is what a fucking. I went down to the cellar last night to do a set, and it was really good. Like the crowd was great, and I'm just working on a new 15 minutes of stuff, and I'm just enjoying it a lot. And I had a great set, and all I was thinking of, like while I was killing, is I fucking wish that Malcolm and Brian were over there watching.
Oh my God!
I thought that.
Oh, you're a little boy.
Oh my
You're
God!
a sweet boy.
I'm pathetic.
And they'd be laughing and
Yeah,
laughing.
no, they'd probably be talking and I had that thrown out. That's fucking cunt. Brian would be signing stuff, taking pictures.
Have them removed.
Yeah, shut up.
Do you want to be friends with them?
Of course I do. I'd love to hang out with Malcolm. But then again, I probably have a better shot with Brian because he's friends with Broer. He probably likes comedians. Malcolm's just done with it.
Yeah.
Malcolm's been famous for fucking 40 years.
Forever. Yeah.
Well, moving on to today's show.
Kubrick.
I'm sure we'll be going back to yesterday's show. American Idol ended, ain't it?
Oh, it did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Was Priest on?
Oh, that's what I heard. Yeah, 'cause
Florentine twittered it.
I read a tweet from Florentine.
Yeah.
Does anyone know why Priest was on Idol?
What did
Just performing? That's
Same as Aerosmith did, probably, because...
maybe that's the Steven Tyler influence.
Oh, really?
Called up Judas and said, "Hey, man, you want a spot? Here comes Sam." I guess Sam watched.
Of course, Sam watched. Why wouldn't he?
We used to watch American Idol, though.
I know, and I could tell you, I did not catch 1 second of American Idol this season at all.
My sister was up from Florida. I saw one episode.
I'm done with it.
I saw one.
I'm done with it. You know what I was watching yesterday that was fascinating? Before we get into this, real quick. I was watching that fucking Casey Anthony trial. It was on Headline News. They were just playing it live. They were playing it. And I'm thinking, like, now that's a fucking reality show. It was the testimony of the boyfriend that was with this woman when her daughter went missing. And she never said anything to this guy. So he's like, it was crucial testimony. And I'm watching going, this is a real reality show, and if she loses, she fucking dies. It's like yeah.
They're not going to kill a cute girl.
She gets the death penalty. No, this is a death penalty. It's a capital murder case.
But they'll wait for her to be really ugly, and then they'll finally kill her. They never kill
Let me
the
tell you
cute ones.
something. She's despicable.
Of course,
and the jury hates this fucking woman.
What did they say? They're saying she killed the kid.
She killed her kid because she wanted to live the lifestyle of a single young woman that went out to clubs and fucking was able to, have fun, enter these fucking hot body contests, go around with this fucking hip hop promoter boyfriend, white wigger guy that apparently lives in New York. I was looking at him going, this guy's got to be a fan of the show.
Oh, really?
It just fits the complete fucking
You never
bill.
want to know.
But he had nothing to do with the kids.
No, but he had nothing to do with the
was
disappearance or
he
anything.
sticking up for her or going no?
Well, he was just pretty much just the facts. It was weird because you couldn't really tell which side he leaned on, but he was just saying what he saw during that time that she was with him, and this daughter just went missing, and she never mentioned him that, hey, my daughter's missing.
Fuck.
She never mentioned, and she said anytime he'd ask like where the kid was, she went, oh, she's with either her mother or the nanny that she said was named Zanny the nanny. And then I'm sitting there going, holy shit, she fucking would give Xanax to the kid, because it turns out Zanny didn't exist. So you give a Zanny to the kid falls asleep. Now you could just go out and party. So she named the fucking nanny, Zanny.
Oh my God.
And maybe overdosed the kid. It could have been accidental, overdosed the kid, but then they found the kid with duct tape. They found the skull with duct tape around its mouth and shit. It's just a bunch of, it's a fascinating murder trial.
How old was the kid?
2 years.
See,
2 years old.
That's my new problem now that I'm a father.
Well, you can't watch shit like that.
No, I can't even imagine why you would ever do that.
Yeah,
I can't even imagine.
That's why this woman comes off as despicable and narcissistic and just a psychopath, because they're pushing it that she killed her own fucking kid so she could party.
But we can't let you slide. You were watching because she's hot.
She is my type. She's got that look, and she's a complete psychopath.
And she doesn't like kids.
So I probably would have hooked up with her at some point.
She's perfect for you, except for the murder thing.
Yeah, except for that murder thing.
But she does prove she doesn't really like kids, which you like. You like that in a woman.
Yeah, and they make her up like for the court like she's all prim and proper. She's wearing this Laura Ingalls shirt and shit yesterday, and the
she almost looks like C Cup.
A little bit.
SC Cup?
SC Cup, a little bit.
Or whatever.
SC Cup, yeah.
Yeah, she's got a good look to her and shit like that. I kind of like that psycho thing she's got going on. But the testimony was fucking compelling, really cool. And then I'm watching like little things that they do. At one point, the prosecution comes up and starts questioning the boyfriend about certain things. And then and it's well into the testimony, well into the trial. And the prosecuting attorney goes, he goes, we've been talking about, Casey Anthony. He goes, could you, please, is she here in the courtroom? Do you see her? And he's like, yeah. He goes, could you point her out? And the defense now next to her is shaking his head like, holy fuck, they're going to allow this. They make her stand up and they make the boyfriend point at her. And I'm like, that's fucking brilliant. Because it's so accusatory. It's like one of those things where it's like, no matter what she did or didn't do, for the jury to see a guy on the stand have to point at somebody, it instantly makes you look fucking guilty.
And it's also a brilliant thing because it pits one against the other.
Right.
And I had a theory.
Regardless if you're sticking up for her or not, now you're pointing at someone in a courtroom. It's just great shit.
When you said Xanax, you know what? Maybe she may have accidentally overdosed the kid. Mm-hmm. And then panicked and set up a fake kidnapping. And maybe that's what the duct tape is from. Right. The duct tape might be from a scene she had staged.
Yes. That's what they were saying also.
They
were saying there's a few theories. And they said that the kid, they might say she drowned in the pool because she used to like going in the pool, and she might have drowned, and then she panicked, and her and her father covered up the crime. And then the latest thing was she actually made her... they actually got to the point where the father had to go up there, and they asked if the father had molested her when she was a youngster, and that's what fucked her up. So the defense is now having to pull the father onto the fucking stand and defend himself against sexual allegations because he went, no, I never sexually assaulted my daughter.
Well, that leads to Sarah from Buffalo, a regular to the show. Roseanne Barr on Twitter supporting the mom because of her sexual abuse claims.
Oh, really?
Roseanne says she understands.
She's a pathological liar, this woman.
Yeah.
It's just everything that comes out of her is a lie. She's, like I said, narcissistic. And that's what makes this like compelling, amazing reality show. And it's not fast paced, it's not scripted. You get moments that are like, holy fuck, that's really cool. But for the most part, it's a lot of, okay, can I approach the bench, Your Honor? And then they go to break and shit and stuff. So it's not this high speed bullshit reality show crap. But it's real. And like I said, the end game is it's a capital murder case. This woman could be put to death if she loses this show.
You really think she's hot? I could hear it in your voice.
Oh, I like her. I
the
like
excitement.
Her. She looks better.
If she was a pig, you wouldn't be watching this closely.
No, but no one else would either. It's the fact that she wanted to go out
to this twisted trial.
Some of the pictures on the day her daughter disappeared. There's pictures of her at this club where she's got leg in between, like her legs are a stripper or a fucking shot girl's leg is in between on her crotch, and she's smiling and wearing a little skirt and shit. And
what a fucking pig!
Just all yeah.
I wonder if she did kill the kid, because if the kid fell in the pool, you would probably acknowledge that. Or if the kid overdosed on Xanax, you would say, she took my Xanax, she found them and took them.
Right, which is definitely a possibility.
I think she
killed her.
But there's a diary entry also for I think the day or a couple of days after the girl disappeared, that was saying, I have no regrets what I did. I'll just have to see how this worked out. I've met so many nice people lately. I hope this continues. Like it's very vague, but it put in the context of murdering your fucking kid, it kind of figures. Like, she's just one of these women that, and it's not unprecedented, that women want to have the single life back and be all fucking, look, yeah, there she is partying. Look at that, she's partying.
She really does look murderable, though.
Yeah.
Like, you really hope.
Great. She looks so trashy. I love it.
She is a very fucking... Is that her right there?
Yeah.
She's a really fucking hateable person.
Yeah, she's completely hateable. And the jury is like completely not standing.
A lot of these pictures we're looking at after the kid went missing?
Yes.
Holy shit. That's
yes, and she never told this boyfriend that she had that the kid was missing.
That's fucked up.
The kid went missing in, I guess, early to mid-June of 2008. And they found the body in December of 2008. So months went by where she didn't tell anyone anyway. She didn't even report the daughter missing. The grandmother had to report the daughter missing. She was telling the grandmother, because the grandmother was like, I want to see my granddaughter. And she kept making up stories as to where the kid was. Like, oh, and then finally, the grandmother was like, my granddaughter's fucking missing.
What a fucking pig. Yeah. But that does, in a way, that shows you that she's crazy.
Yes. Oh,
because to
Jesus.
think...
Will they actually kill her, though?
I don't know what those tits.
I don't know.
She
what state is this?
After Florida? The girl's missing, Florida, Orlando. After she went the kid went missing, she also got that tattoo. So she got tatted. She got fucking.
What
she just
the fuck.
Yeah, she's having the time of her life.
I think she's nuts.
Night on the town. Yeah,
I think she's nuts because Susan Smith killed her kids and then went into a thing with the black guy took the car.
Right. Had
she
the story.
Immediately went into damage control to get away with it.
Yeah.
This fucking lunatic is just like, no, she's in the thing.
She just blocked it out like it
never fucking happened.
And that's what they're using. Like, they're saying the same way she blocked out her father abusing her sexually, she's blocked out her either killing her daughter or disposing of an accidental death or something like that in order to just not acknowledge that this bad thing happened, much as she does not acknowledge the sexual abuse of her father. So that's kind of an angle they're trying to work, but it comes off as a desperate move on the defense part to try to get her out of maybe even just getting the death penalty.
So you're going to be watching again today, huh?
Oh, hell yeah.
You're all in?
I'm all in on this one. It's a really, like I said, compelling, amazing view into the criminal justice system, the despicable lawyers, the press. Like, there was a clip yesterday of her defense attorney coming into the courtroom, and the press is right on top of him with a camera, trying to get around him. To one point, he trips over a cord, the defense attorney, trips over a cord from the camera, bangs his head into a light pole on the street, and starts motherfucking the camera guy. It's classic.
This is
it's
awesome.
Fucking classic.
It's True TV, too, right?
Yeah, I didn't think True TV is doing
Finally,
it.
True TV's doing something actually that is real.
That's real.
Real. Cassius in Brooklyn, go ahead.
Yeah. I saw this thing on 48 Hours a couple weeks ago about this, and you should try to find her mugshots online because one of them or a couple of them they're just so creepy. Like you feel like you're looking at her face of just total evil, like pure evil. It's really like hair raising.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, I see.
Which one?
I don't know. She kind of looks like
there's a bunch of them.
Her just not saying
crazy eyes.
Look at her pouting eyes.
That to me, her just saying nothing. To me, that is the sign of a nut, though, because you can't get away with a 2-year-old being gone.
Just gone all of a sudden.
She was probably, I think she probably, I don't know, maybe she did kill her. Her just leaving the kid fucking all Xanaxed up and going out.
Look at all the way to the left.
Fucking
look at the picture all the way to the left. That's fucking not bad.
Too much
just
whites.
A lousy mother.
Too much white in her eyes.
I don't know.
And you can see all the whites, that means they're crazy.
Baby blues. She got baby blues.
Actually, the one on the right's much better than the
one
on
the right.
Left.
Looks good. She was, you know what? Also, it's there are times during the trial where, and you could tell that I picked up on this, how narcissistic she is. She sits there with a straight face through all this testimony about where she was, how she never acknowledged that the daughter was missing, how she never talked about a missing girl. Could you help me find my daughter? Any of that shit. She was straight-faced. She'd occasionally lean over, cover her mouth while she talked to her lawyer. And then there was a testimony that the boyfriend had that they had to break into a storage shed in the backyard of her house to get a gas can because her car was out of gas. And he said, I had to open the shed. I had to break the lock because she couldn't. And the lawyer goes, well, she couldn't. Okay, how much did she weigh at the time? And she starts like, they show her and she put her head down and starts chuckling. Like the whole trial and the daughter and all that meant nothing. She just sits there stone-faced. But the second it's about her and how much does she weigh, and now her ex-boyfriend having to talk about her weight, she starts chuckling like, oh, me, it's my weight, and now let me see what he says I weigh. Let me see if it's right. Oh, you put a few extra pounds up. Like, that was the part that got her to smile during a murder trial. You know, how much do you weigh?
You know what they should do if she's found guilty? They should fucking razor slice her face. What a vain fucking cunt.
Someone might do it in prison.
Nah, they won't. You know, I've had enough to hear about prison justice.
That's bullshit.
They don't
Rarely
fucking kill
happens.
pedophiles. I mean, once in a while, there was a guy in California when me and Kenny were out there. And I don't know what there was.
You don't have to say a guy. We all know who it is.
It's me.
It was you, Jimmy, was it?
There was a guy in California. He called a young lady, in quotes. No, there was a guy in jail. I think I said this. A guy in San Quentin. There was a drunk driver who had gotten 9 convictions, and he killed like a little kid drunk driving, and her father lost a leg.
I don't get kids.
And some white supremacist fucking just knew this guy had to go.
Oh, wow.
The white guy was doing life without parole. And this fucking motherfucker was 10 days into his sentence, and this white supremacist fucking slashed his jugular from both sides.
Whoa.
And then just waited and then just turned himself in because he's right there in the yard.
Yeah, it's like, it was me.
It was me.
What are you going to give me? No.
That was
2 life sentences. Ooh.
You don't have enough of that prison justice where a guy who's a fucking...
That's true, yeah.
That's what you need is guys like that.
Yep.
Just to have their fucking jugulars cut, man.
Yeah.
Right?
She's probably one of the fucking, queens in the... or one of the queens have her as one of their little bitches or something.
Man, she's probably well protected.
No, well, the female prisons, I watch a lot of those, prison shows and shit, and when they show the guy prisons, it's just this horrific looking environment where you're like, I never want to be there.
Ever.
And then they show the women's prisons, and it's like, it's a very maternal kind of atmosphere.
They
where,
take care of each other. There's picnic tables in the yard.
Believe me, there's probably some forced pussy eating. I'm sure there's some forced snatch eating.
Could you add the word rank to that?
Rank forced snatch eating. But for the most part, it's like this supportive thing. They all sit around those little round tables and play gin rummy.
They have real relationships, loving relationships.
Very, very loving, not just ass rape. So who knows what the fuck is going on in there? But she, I don't think she's very liked.
When does this show start up again today?
I don't know. Whenever the fucking trial starts, I turn it on and it's on, and it's just kind of very entertaining. And like I said, because we were talking about American Idol and reality shows, this to me is my type of reality show because it's real, totally not scripted. You get to know the players, almost like the OJ trial was, but a different, obviously a different.
I hear the excitement in your voice. It's almost impossible to talk to you right now.
Very excited.
You are just filling in every single second of dead air.
It's amazing.
You're really excited about this trial.
Where did they find the body?
In a wooded area about 5 miles from her house. The skull, it was skeletal, and the skull had duct tape around the mouth, and there was actually a heart sticker. She had like these heart stickers over the mouth.
That's the mother.
Yeah.
I'll tell you why, because even a mother who's a cunt, there's a really weird guilt thing. When you kill the kid, there's something loving, that's love or heart on the lips. Believe me. That's why a lot of times they position the body a certain way. They position the hand over the genital so you can't see it. There's all this weird shit people do when they kill somebody they love.
Yeah.
Or that, the way they panic when they're covering it up. That's the fucking mother putting heart stickers on. Love you.
I love you. Let me dig this shallow grave and dump you in it. She borrowed a shovel from a neighbor during that time. There was a Winnie the Pooh blanket that was missing from the house and was found at the scene of.
She brought her favorite blanket.
Yeah.
She wrapped her in her favorite blanket.
Right, it's all those things.
No fucking random guy is going to wrap her in her favorite blanket. I wonder if she put the duct tape on after death to keep things out of her mouth. Was there some weird fucking reason?
Something. Because whether it was a staged kidnapping murder that she did, or whether it was some kind of maternal, let me help my daughter, or, you know.
She probably didn't want to kill her, but she was taking crazy chances if she's feeding her Xanax.
There was Zanny the nanny.
Right, and all of a sudden, things went horribly wrong, and now she's trying to cover up the murder.
And we were fucking laughing yesterday. It's like, I have a whole stable of nannies. There's a Vika, she's coming over, and Oxy. The nanny Oxy's coming over.
Is it true that she had the kid in the trunk for a few months?
That's speculated.
That's why they couldn't find the body?
Yeah, they were speculating because there was a real rank smell coming from the trunk.
What the fuck?
And but they also found garbage in the trunk, like an old pizza, and maggots were in there. So there was rotting garbage, which could be responsible for the smell. I don't know if they found any DNA evidence in the trunk. But there was a horrid smell coming from the.
Unless she put the
trunk
pizza
of the car.
in after.
Yeah, to maybe cover up. But
Alanis Morissette.
Yeah, she has
Very
kind
good,
of
Danny.
It's like you took her
she grew her
face
hair out
and twisted it a little and made a little Alanis.
Stretch her face out slightly. It's Alanis Morissette.
Yeah. Oh yeah, look at that.
Definitely in the eyes a little bit.
Fuck, man. So, what was the cause of death?
The remains were so skeletal that I don't think they were really able to come up with it. But it could have been some kind of. That's why
was it smothering or strangulation or fucking? Can't they want to get a piece of hair and find out?
And they think it might have been suffocation by the duct tape, which would just be a horrible fucking.
Like the kid wouldn't stop yelling or screaming or crying, and she duct taped her mouth, and the fucking kid couldn't breathe through her nose and suffocated.
Yeah, suffocated. There's a bunch of things because they are speculating that she was doing things before the kid died so she could go out. Like, duct tape the kid's mouth shut, give her some nanny zanny, and go out, night on the town. And she never spent the night over her boyfriend's house until after the day the girl went missing. And then she was over there spending the night, almost every night.
They should really cut this woman's throat.
There's so many things pointing against her. I don't know what the defense is going to do about this, but it's very interesting to watch. It's one of those trials that, like, this is kind of cool to watch, and I hate saying cool because a girl's dead, but as far as the trial part of it goes, if you separate yourself,
but that's
from
why it's on TV.
Everything that happened. Oh, exactly.
So you can say it's cool to watch because we're detached from this. So yeah, it's cool to watch.
Yeah, because I'm watching.
You're absolutely right.
You're like, oh man,
it's the only reason why it's on TV.
Yeah. Yep.
It's a kind of a freak show, and it's cool to watch. Yes, you're absolutely
It's
right.
reality programming.
It's disgusting and all that, and being a father, I can't even express that thought to you. But yeah, it's cool to watch.
They really don't get into the real details, or I don't know if they have yet or haven't yet. Get into the details of how the body, the skeletal remains looked, how it was found, speculation on how it died, the medical examiner, things like that.
Who found it?
I think
Hunter?
it was just some guy walking through the woods, kind of stumbled upon it. But yeah, pretty interesting shit.
Why would she leave the duct tape on? I'm asking a rational question.
Just such a weird fucking broad, man. She's just a fucking kook.
They really, if she did it, and if she did it like as a murder as opposed to an accidental death, if she was duct taping the kid's mouth and going out, she should just have a fucking bullet put in her.
Oh, yes.
I don't know why we're so
despicable.
Polite in this country.
What does this have to do with Idol, though? I'm confused.
Reality TV.
Reality.
And what should happen to people on American Idol.
Yeah, that's true.
I do remember.
When you're voted off, just duct tape their mouth and nose shut. Watch them squirm.
I do remember. I was asking why Judas Priest was on American Idol. How did we get here? That's the beauty of this show.
You're going to bring a gay angle to it. Wait a minute.
Why don't we break? We'll find out why Judas Priest was on Idol.
Yes, and
I heard the DeLeo brothers backed up Steven Tyler last night. That would have been cool to watch.
Really?
So maybe Idol was cool to watch last night. You got Judas Priest and Steven Tyler playing with the DeLeo brothers from STP.
Oh, wow.
That's kind of nice.
Yeah, okay.
And then Oprah said goodbye yesterday.
Good riddance.
Goodbye.
Everyone talking about her like she's a fucking messiah. Stop it. She was on a show for 25 years. God bless her. She did a great job. But Jesus, canonized the woman for fuck's sake.
She helped a lot of people around the world, sir.
Did she?
Yes, she did.
At the fucking African rape schools that she was building? Those fucking things?
Well, in between rapes, people were getting some good educations.
Oh, okay.
You know,
just fuck me running.
We'll get into some of this shit next. Don't forget Bernard Hopkins coming in today.
Tom Papa's at 8 and Bernard's at 9:15.
Everyone is telling us that he said that McNabb wasn't black enough, which is a big.
I got that. You got
it.
Of course.
We got to ask him about it.
Well, dude,
we got to ask
that
him why
he says
said
whatever he wants.
He said McNabb is not black enough.
Yeah, he's bashing him about. He said something about McNabb. He said, which is ironic. He goes, well, he's up in the house while a lot of us are in the fields. Calling him a house nigger, I guess, is what he's saying. But which is odd because Bernard McNabb is the one on the field.
Yeah, we got to ask him about that. A lot of controversy over that statement. And Tom Papa coming in at 8 o'clock. Stay there.
The virus. Get in touch with the Opie and Anthony Show. Call 866-WOW-1-WOW. That's 866-969-1969. The Opie and Anthony Show.
Yeah, happy birthday to Lenny Kravitz. 47 years old today. Matt Stone turned 40 today from South Park.
Really?
For the people that care.
Damn. How long has that guy been?
That's it? Yeah. They were mere youngsters.
Hey, this French douche, Dominique Strauss-Kahn, he's under house arrest, right?
Gone.
His house arrest is going to take place in a $14 million townhouse with a private spa movie theater.
He's paying for it, though.
If you want to rape me, you're going to have to come down here, Con. You're going to have to come down here. Yeah, that's his house arrest.
Because he's paying for it.
Yeah.
Well, okay. What are you going to do?
Well, how much was it a month?
It's a $14 million townhouse.
Yeah.
The way it worked out was because he's a flea risk and he's so rich, they're allowing him only to be out on bail, like $1 million bail, if he pays for his own. He has to pay for armed security, which will prevent him from leaving. He has to be 24-hour braceleted. He has
GPS.
to pay. Oh, it's GPS? Yeah. And it's like, I almost understand it because most people would get bail for that type of an assault. They wouldn't keep you locked up till trial on an assault like that, especially when it wasn't like a fucking brutal. They wouldn't.
He's a flight risk, of course.
That's why, yeah.
The guy can go to France and never see justice at all.
Hire a plane to fly in there.
But it's pissing off people that's a $14 million townhouse, but there's nothing we can do with it.
Why is anybody mad about it when he's paying for it?
Yeah, I didn't know that.
And most people are allowed to go out on bail, and they don't have to pay for additional security and whatever. So
you're on this guy's side?
Yes, I mean, look, $3,000 a night in a hotel. When you take it out, members of the staff should be obligated to wet it with their mouth or palm.
Nice.
He's they're paying $50,000 a month for rent on this place.
That's nothing to this guy.
He's a billionaire.
But that's just it. It's like, guy should just fucking be in jail. They should be like, the guy's a flight risk. Fuck the security and everything. It's like
Jimmy's saying that other people would get bail for
I think most people would get bail, even though he was trying to flee. Most people would get bail, and I think a part of it is they don't need this guy in jail getting his fucking throat cut or getting stabbed. It's just too much of an international incident before he's convicted.
And he's not going to be able to flee with the GPS thing, so.
You know what, though? It's not out of the realm of possibility, because he's not in a prison environment. There's guards that he's paying.
But they're armed guards. Security.
He's paying them.
But he didn't hire them. I guarantee you, it's not guys he brought in. I guarantee that
they're just giving him the bill.
He's paying the bill.
That's it.
And then, there's no way these guys can let him flee.
Are those them right there?
Yeah.
Standing in front of the jail?
Yeah, they got pictures of this fucking...
What if he fucking rappels down the side of the building?
He's got a GPS bracelet. He's not going anywhere.
What if he does something
how's he going to get that
impossible?
How's he going to get the bracelet off?
He's got plenty of time to sit there and tinker.
Would you saw your own fucking leg off to get the GPS bracelet
and
off?
then you leave it fucking sitting there,
I'm
right?
asking a question. If you know you could get to France, all you have to do is fucking sacrifice your foot.
Fuck, no.
Would you do that?
I don't think so. I'll figure out another way.
If you know you're going to be free.
Yeah.
I would.
Like fucking Saw.
I would have
like
to do
the
that.
first Saw.
Yeah.
You gotta just fucking take that hacksaw and cut your fucking foot off.
You put your fucking leg on a table like this, and you just take the saw.
And then you leave the GPS thing in there.
Yeah.
You gotta put it on. I think you gotta put it on something that moves, though.
Put it on a dog.
Yeah, put it on something that moves.
Isn't that what they do in movies? They put it on a dog or something.
You gotta shove it into a candy bar and have some rats running around the place.
I pulled it out of my nose.
How about this, though?
Yeah.
Now, I don't know how it works internationally, but he has enough juice in France.
Oh, yeah.
What if he was just to rush to Teterboro Airport?
Right.
Literally with the bracelet going, because that's the noise I think the bracelet should make.
It would.
What if he was just to go to Teterboro Airport, have a plane waiting for him, and get on the plane?
Dude, he would never make it to Teterboro. They're watching the guy.
But I mean,
if he could get past the guards, let's say
he could get to an airport with a private plane.
But they probably have zones where all of a sudden they're like, okay, now we're a little fucking worried right here. What the fuck is he doing? Way before he gets
Say he cuts it off. Say he cuts it off. Say he hires someone to cut it off.
Right.
Say you give the guards $1 million apiece. It's a tough piece of cash to turn down.
Turn your head.
But how does he cut it off? Because I don't know if that's the easiest thing in the world to do.
I'm sure they
with all sorts of shit.
I'm sure it goes off.
It's very hard to cut off.
But you got to figure it out, you know.
Let's say he does. Let's say he can get outside into a car, get to Teterboro Airport, or just leave. They wouldn't know where he was going to cut the bracelet off.
But the
France would take him.
But getting the fucking bracelet off, I would like to know about how easy that is.
Or how about
doesn't sound like it's an easy thing to do
because
without all sorts of alarms going
I'm sure it's very hard.
What's response time though? It's like you have your people set everything up, so there's a plane waiting for you.
Yeah,
you got a nice fucking Gulfstream waiting for you. You then you just take off with the bracelet. You hop in a fucking car, you race there. You know how fucking reaction time is for all kinds of shit. It ain't as fast as everyone thinks it is. They track him down. By that time, he's in the air. And then
military plane is not going to force him to land.
Nope. I would leave immediately. I would just fucking set it up, get me the fuck out of here, get me to France. They wouldn't extradite him.
Never.
No, France didn't give him back anybody.
Because France doesn't like the way he's being treated. They're actually on his side.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's thinking all this stuff, but he's still got to get the fucking bracelet off.
No, I think you could get away from that. I think you could outrun the people that are watching the tracking device at some remote location or whatever.
For a guy like this?
Yeah.
No way.
I think you're in the car, you're fucking driving.
But I think if you're a mere couple miles from the townhouse, that's the red alert.
That's good. Have a guy
that's the red alert.
Tail your car and purposely cause an accident in the tunnel behind you.
But if you're in the tunnel, they know where you're going. They would radio ahead to the other side of the tunnel. And plus, by the way, if you're him, you don't go with a fucking car. You take a helicopter.
Jersey?
You ever maybe. Nice work, Dominique. As the girl's bleeding from her gums.
You take it. How about that? A helicopter now. You hire yourself a helicopter.
Sure, it picks you up, takes you to Teterboro.
Yeah, just like that.
And literally you're on the... But then again, going through... What kind of security do you have to go through before you get on a plane? You might have to go through certain security.
And the helicopter's not a private plane. They pull those fucking things up, and a car pulls up. I've seen it happen. I've seen it fucking happen.
Are nuts.
They pull the car right up to the fucking plane, especially... You ever see those fucking Arab guys? They don't go through shit. They fucking have their own security team. They get on the plane, the limo pulls right up to the fucking plane.
We're thinking this... So New York City is thinking this. They believe me, losing him is embarrassing.
They're not going to lose this guy. None of this is going to happen. What's wrong with you guys? A helicopter and it's going to land safely at Teterboro where the plane's waiting?
That's not that crazy.
Why not? Because they wouldn't know that it's him. It's just another helicopter coming in.
But
and
the bracelet.
Another Gulfstream leaving.
You have to understand how to cut that thing off without the fucking
I don't think so.
alarms going off.
I think you can outrun the response time of them putting everything together, having a team that can run out, get the guy. They got to drive faster than him to get to him. You could get to the heliport. From where is he? Rikers? Where he's right in Midtown, right?
I do think though with this guy, because of who he is, and he's so high profile, the response time would be immediate because losing him is embarrassing.
And the guards are federal marshals, by the way, okay? He's not going to pay off federal marshals.
Okay, yeah.
anytime
I mean,
soon.
that. Just kind of get
All right.
you got to sneak out.
And this guy knows a little bit about the security bracelets. I'm not allowing this. I'm sorry.
The federal marshals.
You guys are doing movie scenarios, and it's kind of cool, but it's not happening.
The federal marshals is the problem.
Mike
That's
and PA.
the main
Mike.
problem.
Mike?
Hi, Mike.
Hey, how you doing?
What if we say the dirty marshals? We got some guys on the payroll at the paper.
I know you work at Mike's Bracelet Emporium. You're my enemy. Go ahead, Mike.
After all that, it was the wrong guy. It's actually Steve in Kentucky that I need.
Yes. Steve. Bang it, bang it, bang it. That's the guitar strumming.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey, man.
Hey, I used to date somebody who used to deal with sex offenders with the GPS systems and tracking bracelets and everything.
Yeah.
She told me a little bit about it, that even if you adjust it a certain way, it would send off like an alarm to the people who are monitoring it 24 hours a day. And with somebody this high profile, it'd be kind of hard to lose track of them. Or even if you to adjust the little anklet, the little bracelet around his ankle. So
no, dude, we're not saying out. We're saying outrun the response time.
Yes,
like it's gonna go off. But once you're in the air, they're not gonna shoot you down, and they're not gonna use military planes to force you to land. I mean, that's just too much of a fucking.
But they'll have a red alert at all the airports.
But
and the security at all the airports, even Teterboro.
You're not knowing it's him. You don't know it's him.
Let me tell you something though. This rope's right. That helicopter's going off. They see that where he's headed. Believe me, they know where Teterboro is. They immediately would say, shut down all outgoing flights from Teterboro. Like, this guy is coming. Look for him.
Even if they don't know it. Even if they don't know he's in a helicopter.
That fast.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, come on.
This guy's a fucking head of the International Monetary Fund. He's a big one, dude.
I don't have enough faith in anything to think anyone can respond that quickly. I've seen enough shit where it's like you'd like to think they can, but I don't think they can.
Well,
I don't know.
All right, hold on, Mitch.
It's my opinion.
Mitch, go ahead, Mitch.
Hey, this is what's going to happen, boys. He's going to take a helicopter. How much water surrounds New York? He's going to take a helicopter to some remote place that has a submarine waiting.
Was he Dr. Evil?
What's wrong with you guys?
He's Dr. Evil.
He's going to get a submarine. And then where's the sub going?
Up down the Hudson.
Going to go to France.
In a submarine. All the way to France.
Yeah. You're right though. By the time once he goes up in the air, there would be a red alert at all airports. He would not get out of a commercial airliner, and I guarantee they know all the private airports within 50 miles. They would say, this guy, look out for him on any outgoing flights.
How about then the second you get out of the building and into something else, you completely fuck that bracelet up.
That alert would still be put out because they'd know where he's going.
How would they know where he's going?
Airport. Where else can he go?
Yeah. How many airports are there to check? You're going to close down... Hold on. You're going to close down LaGuardia, Kennedy, fucking Teterboro, Newark.
You don't need to close them.
All on the thing that he might be going to one of those airports?
No, you don't have to close them. You put out an alert for him. This guy's coming. Look out for it. And the commercial airliner, he would never try to get on because you have to go through security with a ticket.
And they're paying attention to him way more than anybody else.
It would be private.
This is what you do.
So you keep everything out of his name. I've hopped on a fucking plane.
This is what you do. You hire Tom fucking Cruise.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Mission Impossible.
Exactly. This is a Mission Impossible.
I've jumped on a plane. I've taken a private plane to one of the casinos from Republic Airport. And I never saw the fucking inside of the airport. I had a bag with me. I fucking went to the limo, to the fucking plane, right on the plane. The thing gets the runway, and you're off.
You didn't come on a fucking maid.
Yeah, but, I did. No, I didn't.
But you did illegally.
But you're not.
Let me go to Mike
See, the thing is, you fucking, they don't know that that's for him.
But it doesn't matter. They would put an alert out at all airports and all private planes saying, look, this guy is a flight risk. And they would have somebody who's watching those gates. Your picture would be in every single one, and they would all be looking for you to come through a gate to hop on any plane that was outbound. I'm guarantee that's the first thing they would do.
With this guy, especially.
Yeah, with this guy.
With this guy. Mike the cop. Mike!
What's up, boy?
Hey.
Hello.
Hey, listen, you guys are jumping way too much. No way is this French fuck even gonna get out of this little townhouse. All right, I'm a cop. I know exactly how they do it.
I'm a cop, you idiot.
How do they do it?
I'm a cop. It depends on who they contract out. Do they contract out the marshals, which sometimes they do?
Federal marshals.
Right. They're gonna tell this guy, listen, if you leave, you will be killed. And he's gonna be like, blah blah blah. Okay. Now let's say they even pay
Shoot the hostage.
or whoever it is, wherever he goes, there's no way he's getting out of this country. And you're right, they're not gonna fucking shoot him down. There's no way this prick is gonna leave this townhouse. I guarantee you. First of all, he's going to be scared off his mind because you know he's going to be fucking shot. So I just want to pass on that.
They're not going to shoot. They're not going to shoot first.
Let me go to Bill in Alabama.
Unarmed,
Bill.
just fucking some old guy. They're going to tackle him, but
What's up, Bill?
they're not going to shoot him.
Y'all need to realize that you're describing the movie SWAT, don't you?
They're describing a million different movies.
I don't know.
SWAT.
I say it's plausible. Not busted. Plausible.
Can a Gulfstream make it to France without refueling? You have to leave this country immediately and then refuel in a fucking... Because I guarantee, first of all, it's not like he could just fly somewhere else and land and get on a fucking Boeing that he rented.
I think you can make it to France.
Because the flight plans have to be put in.
Of course you can make it to France.
That's just it. If there's a flight plan put in for France, but maybe there's not.
Pilots can't just fucking do... They can't just go somewhere. Once they take off...
Hey, guy, here's fucking $5 million. Put in a fake flight plan.
But then you're an accessory and you're in... Again, I'm just...
And I'll put you up in France. It'll be great.
There is a way to do it. But they've thought of it if we're thinking
And they're also saying that he's under video surveillance, so...
Well, you know what you got to do? You got to make a loop of the video. And then sit there.
Like Speed.
With one little glitch. And hope that they don't see the one little glitch.
Did you drink crazy juice last night?
What?
You're fucking crazy today.
No, it's totally plausible.
It's not totally plausible. I'll give you a little plausible. I'll give you a slightly plausible.
Confirmed.
Not
I
totally.
say confirmed.
No, slight.
See, the marshals...
Slightly. Anything could happen, as they like to say.
The marshals are almost unbribable because of the nature... Of the high profile nature, no matter how much money you give, they're going to go to jail for it. Like, they can't be bribed because they're immediately going to jail.
Mission Impossible mask.
All right.
Yeah, you put that on somebody else, sit them in front of the video camera watching TV.
Fair enough.
And now you leave dressed like an old bag.
What's your Mission Impossible, though? The TV show or the movie?
Movie.
Or
Better
movie.
Masks.
Better Masks. Okay.
Yeah, and the vocal transposer.
We can't lose this guy.
Here's how you do
As
it.
a city, we can't lose this guy.
Here's how you do it.
Okay.
I guess that's how every movie starts, but...
Yeah.
Those guys have to eat. His guards eat. So what you do is you have, whether they're eating together or one is on guard, however they are.
Zanny the nanny.
You fucking have somebody really heavily dope the food, and you know that they are out. Because they have to eat. Or they have to have their cup of coffee, whatever the fuck they have. Now, the problem is going to be the video cameras are on you all the time, and the thing. But we've already taken,
What happens when you eat?
They dope you. If your food is doped, the guy's he's not us.
Who's doping the food, and where are they getting the dope
Dude, they
from?
found his people in Africa that already taught. They found his fucking people.
So he's gonna
they would fighting a gazelle to make a left.
Yeah.
And they found them.
They found her family.
And those dummies said something about money not being important to
Well,
them.
they have to say that. What are they going to say? Old AIDSy over there really hit the jackpot.
You think they're drooling like, oh, fuck, man.
Dude, they probably offered him $50 and a new hat.
Right.
You can sell this felt hat to a witch doctor, and he'll give you something to fucking help your ear holes.
And some slightly used Nikes.
Yeah, some American products, some trinkets. But you've already taken care of the marshals. He's got the money. When you have $1 billion,
so someone's going to poison the marshals as they're eating their
drug them.
That's all right.
Slip them a Mickey.
You fucking get whoever.
And all of a sudden, like you've seen in a million movies, they're going to be out cold, and then this guy's going to cut the bracelet off.
Their
and
heads are going to clunk together, and then they're going to slowly.
Right, and then he's going to climb up to a roof, and then the helicopter is going to be there with a ladder, so he fucking shimmies up the ladder,
and then you hear da-da, 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 da-da.
It does sound very crazy,
but
then again, would France? Hold on now. Would France even accept him fleeing like this? They may, but they may not accept him.
They welcome fucking their own criminals with open arms.
Okay.
They really
probably
do.
would. You're right.
They love when the French come back to roost those criminals. Is that Elizabeth Smart?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
She's pretty. She's out? Oh, no. I'm sorry. She thought she's.
You think she's?
No, I think she's a teacher. Yes.
What do you think? It's a Muslim law?
Yeah. You think she's
out
pretty?
of prison?
You really think she's pretty?
Yeah, she's not bad.
I like her.
Yeah, she's hotter when she got kidnapped.
I like her.
She's all right.
She looks good now. She's in her 20s.
Oh, Brian Mitchell got life behind prison.
20s. Man, ain't bad. Let me see that. She looks good.
Yeah, fucking.
Oh, she's a little celebrity.
I call her Elizabeth Bookworm or something.
Just had to take some sleazebag's dick when she was 14, and now she's celebrity.
It's Elizabeth Smarty Pants.
So what happened with Priest on Idol? I do need to know this. What happened?
Why
Priest for American Idol? That's confusing to me.
It's a big band.
No one has an answer to this?
Big name. What did they come out and do?
I don't know. Sam.
Here's Sam.
Why Priest on Idol?
Because they brought back James. Whatever
Who's
his name.
James? Is he the Will Ferrell guy?
Will Ferrell guy? No,
There's one guy that kind of looked like Will Ferrell.
That's Casey Abrams.
Casey, all right.
They brought back James, who was like the big. He was the
Is he the
metal
one
guy.
with the twitches?
Yeah, the little Tourette's.
He had Tourette's?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
He had a pretty good voice. I do remember seeing a little bit of him.
He came in 4th.
So what do they do? His idol is Judas Priest? Is that what happens?
Yeah, he was like he wanted to bring metal back. That was his, or give metal a chance was his little catchphrase that he always said. And then Judas Priest was his band, so they came on and they did
Breaking the Law?
Breaking the Law was his second song. I can't remember what the first one was.
Living After Midnight.
Breaking the Law.
Yeah, they have to go with the hits.
Yeah.
So it's got to be Living After Midnight and then Breaking the Law, probably.
Because the kids don't know Judas Priest.
Was it exciting?
Yeah, the finale was very exciting. It was exhilarating.
They rocked it.
Judas Priest?
Yeah.
Yeah, they did.
And how did Tyler sound? And did he play with the DeLeo brothers like I'm hearing?
I'm not sure. He may have. I know he was on the piano, though, because INC was backing him up. He was playing, I
heard,
Dream On.
Oh,
he hasn't done that one ever.
Million times.
What made it different?
He was on the piano.
Do I have to play this clip?
Again, it's like your name's on the wall, so I can't tell you what
Ryan announces the winner of American Idol. Do we care about this?
No.
What do you mean, no?
I wouldn't even know who it is.
America cares. Over 100 billion votes. That's not true. 100 million.
Was it a big year? The ratings went up a little bit this year, right?
It was a big year to watch.
One of the lowest rated finales ever for American Idol.
The finale was not strong, but the year itself was big, especially with the new judges. They turned out to be good.
Was Scorch counting the votes? Was really? No?
He was using the app counter.
Hey, let me tell you how many votes. We had 82 billion votes. Scorch. Me.
Yeah, I would say it was a big year for Idol but it was more about the judges than it was about the contestants. The contestants
or the ratings,
weren't
I
great.
guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I heard the ratings went up slightly.
Well,
the first time because it's been going down.
Yeah, but it's been going down. Yeah.
Was that a better finale than Oprah's finale?
Ugh. I would say so because there were surprises.
And you're not a fan of Oprah?
No,
I know it's not our demo, but
well, the whole Oprah thing.
What's your take on the whole Oprah thing? She's helped a lot of people.
Yeah.
Very successful. 25 years.
Yeah.
She's a powerful person, man.
Yeah.
Most powerful woman in the world.
Yeah, she got a few $1 billion.
Not in entertainment. Hillary Clinton's more powerful than she is.
In the world?
Oh, God, yeah. Oh, in the world, Oprah does not wield much power. She's the biggest celebrity in our country, but Hillary Clinton makes policy decisions and stuff.
She was actually ranked number 2 in a list that just came out.
In celebrities?
Yeah.
Let me guess number 1. Can we guess? Is it Lady Gaga or Kim Kardashian?
It's the Gaga.
Not Kim Kardashian.
It's the Gaga.
It's gotta be the Gaga.
Gotta be the Gaga.
Anthony, Opie, you guys are correct.
Lady Gaga.
Lady Gaga was ranked number one. No, you said Lady Gaga or Kim Kardashian. That's not fair.
Yeah, Kim Kardashian was a bad fucking...
She's engaged.
Whoa.
To Chris Humphries.
That's right.
Really?
He spent $2 million on a ring.
Holy shit.
Exactly.
You can't wear a $2 million ring.
No.
So it's a waste of time.
Cray.
What do you do with it?
All right, so...
Keep it on a
All right, well, Oprah started her last show with this. She decided to downplay it.
You don't? Hold on.
Uh-oh, what happened? Are we back to the French guy escaping?
Yeah, because
tunnels? Let's go tunnels.
No, you drug the guys. You have one of your guys brings the food in as a delivery person, or you hire a guy.
And you're a federal marshal thinking, oh, this guy's just being nice getting my food today.
No, they order food. They order food. You have when the food comes.
Yeah.
You have it fucking. However, either your guy brings it up, or you give the delivery guy $10,000 in cash. Take the bag, you bring it up as a delivery guy. One of your guys do it. Fucking give them drugged food. Not they're gonna kill them, but that's gonna make them pass out. Very heavily doped up food or coffee. They fucking go out. Believe me, you ever get anesthesia? You're out. There's no thought. You're like, hey, done. You give them something like that.
Okay.
They're out.
Right.
That problem's solved.
Yeah.
I'll get to the rest later. I'm going step by step.
Did you guys do pills before the show or something?
No, this is fascinating.
That's not a crazy thought.
I'm out of this party, man.
This is a puzzle.
Because you're looking at it logically. You can't be logical when you have $1 billion.
Because we're dealing with the federal marshals. They're logical people.
Doesn't matter.
They know these dumb scenarios.
Corruption,
They
money.
know these dumb scenarios. They know the food scenario. They know the helicopter scenario. They know all the scenarios.
I don't know about the food one. They wouldn't. These cops.
You're
always
acting
order
like
out.
they're just dumb movie cops.
I don't know.
Cops always order food.
I don't even think you have to think that far.
I think you'd have to get past them, dude.
Well, we'll have to wait and see because, this guy's in fucking trouble. So he would want to take the chance of fleeing. So we'll see.
Yeah.
All right, we're not doing the idle thing, but this is Oprah opening up her final show.
All right.
Because you had a very good observation.
Oh, boy.
It is no coincidence that I always wanted to be a teacher, and I ended up in the world's biggest classroom. And this, my friends, will be our last class from this stage. So today, there will be no guests. There will be no makeovers, no surprises. Really, no surprises. Surprise overload from United Center. You will not be getting a car or a treat. This last hour is really about me saying thank you. It is my love letter to you.
Now, the laughs you hear from the crowd is it's a disappointment laugh.
Disappointment, nervous,
because
laughing.
If you're getting the last fucking, if you're getting a seat at the last show for Oprah, you're thinking in your head as you're driving over to Harpo, like, holy shit, she's going to give me a house today.
This is like
she has to be giving out houses.
And
today.
on my last show, I want to do one last thing: give everyone a house. You're all getting a house, and it's like wow, and they go crazy.
So as they're laughing, they're all sitting there in that audience going, "Oh man, I really thought this was going to be a biggie today for us."
So the gift is you telling me thanks.
They were invited guests, a lot of them celebrities.
No, that was the day before.
Day before, this was just
in the audience. I mean, in the audience, Maria Shriver was in the audience
on the last night.
A lot of big celebrities that did not come up. No one came on stage with her.
Because I heard,
they all were on the stage the day before.
Over 1 million ticket requests.
They did an over the top second to last show.
Yeah,
with Hanks and I don't know. I saw Jordan was there with his Hitler mustache. Fuck.
I'm not sure, but I know Jordan was there, and
Tyler Perry was there, crying about his rape.
I read
Jesus.
that.
Oh, he was fucking diddled as a child.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, he had a fucking breakdown on the show with her once.
Oh, wow.
Which allowed other men to come out and talk about their experiences.
She's like,
the audience
courage.
I saw that show. The audience was filled with everyone that was diddled.
Yeah.
And they were able to finally talk about because of Tyler Perry.
He made a fortune putting a dress on. That motherfucker got a lot of money. Tyler Perry.
Did you feel guilty because it felt good? It felt good.
Here it is.
A lot of people feel guilty when they're molested because it
Tyler
feels
Perry.
good.
Well, I think maybe you're right because I remember seeing some clips of this.
Oprah. It's Oprah.
jingly start.
You know, we have, Tyler and I are friends and we talk a lot. But it wasn't until last night when I was talking with the producers about the story that I first heard that you had been beaten so badly that one time you blacked out for 3 days.
It was around, my father, he played all these mind games with me. And there was a door in my bedroom, and there were 6 panels in the door, and the top 2 panels were glass, and it was broken at the bottom. And then the hole is about this big, and he would stand there staring at me for hours. And I didn't know it. I would be reading a book or something or playing, and I would look up, and I see these greenish gray eyes just staring at me. It was horrifying.
What a creep.
And he played these mind games with me. This one in particular, he wanted me to change a tire. And I could not change the tire. And my mother comes out, and she's trying to help me change this tire. And she calls my uncle to come and help. And he's standing on the wrench, and he can't get the bolts loose. So I have to go in the house and tell him that I can't change the tire. My mother's standing there. She's like, she doesn't know what to do. So I go in and I tell him, and he went into a rage. And he comes back, and he puts the thing there to change the tire.
Slap the fucking bolt with a Popeye's wing.
And he looked up at me, and there was a smirk on my face. And all I remember is him tackling me. And I remember holding on to a chain link fence. And I'm holding so tight, my hands are bloody as he's hitting me. And I'm holding, just trying to hold on for my life. And I feel myself trying to get to that place, trying to get to the park.
In your mind?
In my mind, I'm trying to get to the park so I can deal with this. And I can't.
Always breaking down.
I couldn't get there. And I was so enraged about it. And I kept trying and trying. And when I finally I saw the grass coming in my mind, I see myself running from me.
Wow.
And I couldn't get the little boy.
Oh, he's losing it.
I couldn't get the little boy to come back to me. I couldn't get myself to come back to me. And
That's terrific.
I died that day, and I don't understand. It took me so long to understand what happened.
Turn the wrench, you friggin', you Mary.
Wait, what happened?
Turn the lug wrench.
What happened?
Figure it out.
What
Leverage.
happened?
Get a breaker bar, dummy.
What happened?
He can't take off a lug bolt, and now he's fucking freaking out, running to the park.
He wasn't molested, though, just beaten up.
No, he was molested.
He
was diddled too. That was just the physical and mental abuse of his father. But my God, man, you ever hear of leverage? You got to use leverage on those bolts.
Is he gay? He sounds gay.
He does sound gay.
Yeah,
but I don't think it's ever been.
I don't know what his deal
There's
is.
no news about whether he is or not. So that's all speculation.
So Oprah didn't give anything away.
No, she's very greedy. On her last show,
she plucked a pube and gave it to every audience member.
Pube for everybody.
Yeah,
and this is how she said goodbye after 25 years.
Adios, au revoir.
But she'll be back within 90 days on her network own. So she's not really going away. She's moving into other things now.
She was getting, what do they say, 14 million viewers were popping in and out of her show a week for a regular show.
Okay,
and on OWN. She gets a couple of 100,000.
Who's fucking set that up? The fucking people at Sirius?
Yeah.
I had a channel
come
change.
over here.
Yes, who did that? The guy?
Exactly.
But I think she needed for this to go away so then she could put herself on her own channel in such a way that it'll bring all the viewers.
Yeah, because why are you going to go over there?
Why would you go over there if you still got the big show on ABC?
Because now
ABC,
she could go, I'm over here now.
I'm over here now.
I'm over here now.
There was no real reason to go over there yet.
No, because she was over there.
She was on there a little bit, but not as much, and now she could definitely be have her presence there.
Yeah, I think you'll see.
And then the viewers will flood in, obviously. Yeah. I don't think she's going to do 14 million, though.
No. Cable.
People don't know where it is.
Huh?
People don't know where it is.
Yeah.
You have to find it. You know,
it's
like...
Right.
Everyone knew where Oprah was.
You know, the OWN is one thing, but you should have just called it Oprah. The whole channel. It's like they're calling it the virus. Why did Oprah's new channel, the virus?
But Oprah can also market. This is what OWN Oprah Winfrey Network.
Yeah.
She doesn't with anybody who's embarrassed to market her.
Oh, that's true.
Right.
Yeah.
Here's Oprah saying goodbye. This is how it went down yesterday after 25.
Fuck all y'all.
I've been asked many times during this farewell season, is ending the show bittersweet? Well, I say all sweet. no bitter. And here's why. Many of us have been together for 25 years. We have hooted and hollered together, had our aha moments, we ugly cried together, and we did our gratitude journals. So I thank you all for your support and your trust in me. I thank you for sharing this yellow brick road of blessings. I thank you for tuning in every day along with your mothers and your sisters and your daughters, your partners, gay and otherwise, your friends, and all the husbands who got coaxed into watching Oprah. And I thank you for being as much of a sweet inspiration for me as I've tried to be for you. I won't say goodbye. I'll just say, until we meet again. To God be the glory.
To God be the glory.
For some reason or another, you sound a little taller on radio.
Yes. So that was it. It was just her in a chair yesterday.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
I was twittering last night. I should have been sleeping, just about the things I wish she would have done to end the show. And people's responses were really barbaric and funny.
Of course they were.
But I did think it would be funny if she had ended the show like her last show had been her on stage and she had just went, hidey, 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 ho.
Hody, 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 ho.
And then just done Minnie the Moocher until people were uncomfortable and left. Like if she just didn't stop singing it.
That would be really awkward.
For a couple of minutes, they'd laugh. And then after 5 minutes, and then literally 15 minutes into it, she'd be going, hello down hoochie, big pit stains, sweat on her arms.
People are in the audience like glancing at their watches.
What is she doing?
Why is she doing this?
And then they would just start hustling people out. She'd be alone on the stage.
All confused.
Doing Minnie the Moocher.
God, would that be fantastic?
What a breakdown. The giant underarm stains on her fucking fat lady pantsuit.
And that's Oprah saying goodbye. So.
And then some guy tweeted that the end of her show should have been a harpoon going through her back and her being hauled into a Japanese ship.
Jesus.
It was so mean and funny. I had to retweet it.
You're gonna make a
whale joke.
You're gonna make Elo cry today. Elo's gonna cry.
Oh, so fucking good.
It was so fucking mean and funny.
All right, Tom Pop is here. We're gonna take a break. Get him on the show. Oh, before the break, we should.
He's done Oprah.
Yeah, he's done Oprah with Jerry.
Actually, Seinfeld did Oprah. Tom just sat there.
Sat there and watched.
Yeah, I didn't see it, but I'm assuming that's what
Watched
happened.
the magic happen.
And Tom went, "Holy shit, I'm on Oprah."
Jerry.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
Yeah,
Tom just panicked.
Here's from before that disc. We worked it out.
Oh.
Naughty, 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 you fat, incompetent producer.
Yeah, we got Malcolm McDowell to do E-Rock Clockwork Orange.
I thought that was sleeves.
No, that's fucking Malcolm McDowell doing E-Rock Clockwork Orange shit.
Oh, God, that's great.
Ho, ho, ho. Well, if it isn't fat, stinking Eric Nagel, how art thou, thou globby bottle of cheap, stinking mayonnaise? Come and get one in the yarbles, if you have any yarbles, you eunuch jelly thou. Viddy well, little brother, viddy well.
Wow. That's fucking fantastic.
How great is that?
You should be honored to be insulted by such an actor.
Very honored, and it's also hurtful.
No, it's not. It's Malcolm McDowell.
Malcolm
Fat,
McDowell.
Stinking Eric Nagel.
Oh, my God. Classic fucking lines.
Here's the first one again.
Naughty, 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 you fat, incompetent producer.
Naughty, naughty, naughty.
We only did two?
Oh, that's great.
Is that it? Yeah. You want to hear the last one again?
Yeah.
He did two takes of the longer one, and the one that we played was just more ad-libbing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
This is it's great.
though.
Yeah, I want to hear that second one again.
Ho, ho, ho. Well, if it isn't fat, stinking Eric Nagel, how art thou, thou globby bottle of cheap, stinking mayonnaise? Come and get one in the yarbles, if you have any yarbles, you eunuch jelly thou. Viddy well, little brother, viddy well.
Did they get IDs for Opie and Anthony and stuff? Holy
is that
shit.
great? Who
Fucking
cares?
Malcolm McDowell, man.
What a voice.
Great.
What an actor.
Fat, stinking Eric Nagel.
It sounded
That's
so
great.
sincere,
Oh, yeah.
didn't it?
Oh, yeah, he worked it.
Fantastic.
Fat, stinking Billy Goat, Billy Boy in Poison.
Fantastic.
Tom Papa next. Bernard Hopkins in a bit. Stay there.
The virus. Call the Opie and Anthony Show now. 866-WOW-1-WOW. That's 866-969-1969. Send your feedback to feedback@opieandanthony.com. The Opie and Anthony Show.
We welcome Tom Papa to the studio.
Yay.
And we just found out that he has an Oprah moment.
Oprah moment.
I mean,
Tommy.
Oprah ended her 25-year run yesterday, I guess.
Yeah.
And we remember seeing Tom Papa on Oprah with Jerry Seinfeld.
Yeah, last year.
So I asked you about it, and you said it was a nightmare? Is that an exact quote from Tom Papa?
It was a total nightmare. You know, you're going to do Oprah. It's bizarre to begin with. And we had to, because of weather, Jerry and I had to leave the night before and just like bolt. I was taping the show and then the marriage ref, and then we had to, they're like, this weather, we've got to go immediately. So I had to call my wife. I'm like, I got to fly like directly from the show to go to Oprah. It sounded so cool. Like, I got to take a jet to Oprah. So can you pack a bag for me? So my wife packs my bag for me. And the toiletry case. So we get there, we open it up. I'm getting ready to do Oprah, and you have to wake up real early in the morning. And I open up my toiletry case, and the only thing my wife packed was a toothbrush. No deodorant.
Oh, shit.
No hair product, no nothing.
Nothing.
But the deodorant was really the bummer, because I'm going to do Oprah. I've got no deodorant.
You're going to be nervous.
Late. Yeah.
Yeah, you're running around.
Suit. So I throw my suit on. I'm just like flapping the pits, trying to keep them loose, trying to not sweat. And I get there. You go to this complex. It's a whole city block. I mean, it's this gigantic. Yeah. Like, she owns this whole city block.
Were you nervous?
That's a crazy amount of money.
Yeah, I was. But you know, you're nervous, but you've done all this stuff so much that you're just like telling yourself it's cool. You're like, it's no big deal. And then my pits start sweating.
Oh, no. Did you feel the drips down your side?
Totally. Just those total little beads just coming down and hitting. The worst part is when it'll start coming down and then go
drips
free
off,
and then catch
and then
again,
hits
on,
you
on your love handle. Like it doesn't ride the U, it just dives straight for it. And I wasn't dressing myself. People were giving me clothes from the show, so I had like this little boy shirt, and it's just totally. And I'm backstage, and I'm waiting to see Oprah, and I'm like, literally, I'm asking them, can you get me deodorant? They're like, this weird. They ask for deodorant, and so it's taking a long time, and I just scurry into the bathroom and take toilet paper, and start putting it in there, pack it in my pits to try not to sweat.
Wow, you get rank, I guess, huh? Do you get rank?
I sweat a lot.
But in that situation, I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, you're going to be sweating.
If you're telling yourself, I can't sweat, you're going to be sweating. So then she comes backstage to say hello, and I'm with the Seinfelds, and I'm there with another person that was a producer on the show. And Oprah comes walking in. It's like, holy shit, this is Oprah. I mean, then it really hit me like, shit balls. She's gigantic. And she comes in and hugs Jerry and hugs Jessica and hugs the other lady, and then comes to me, and I see she's hugging everybody, so I just go in for a hug too.
Oh no.
And she's extending the hand like,
not giving up for the hug.
And here comes giant pit man with saddlebag, 2 saddlebags of sweat,
toilet paper,
and it was too late. So I just
you just mushed into her.
And she gave one of those quiet, like as you're in there with the hug, just okay.
She didn't want to hug you.
You
weren't famous enough to be hugged by Oprah.
No,
just when you think you might have a little fame out there, you're not famous enough to be hugged by Oprah.
Well, you know, she's fucking hugging everybody. That's not your fault.
She's hugging everybody.
You thought she's a huggy person. You don't know her from a hole in the wall.
Exactly. You think, well, Oprah, maybe it's a love thing. Maybe
everyone's close. So when you get out there, you're all like, you've hugged.
No.
Oh, okay.
Maybe you look like someone she knew when she was 9. Oh, boy.
Oh, brother.
Oh, boy.
Oh, brother.
By the way, what hotel were you in that didn't have a gift shop to get the fucking
It was too
deodorant?
late. It was just too...
Yeah, he was on a tight schedule.
You're in that system, you know. It's
They
like,
smell.
what was that?
Nothing.
He's asking about the French joke.
I hear the facility's amazing. Like you said, it's a city block.
A whole city block.
Yeah.
This
The Harpo
metal
production.
door opens and you drive into the building.
Wow.
NORAD?
They let you out. Yeah, totally.
Damn.
And the thing closes. You
Wow.
get out. There's all these guys in suits, and you just. And what's bizarre is, you know, like even here, like there's shows going on. There's people bustling around and stuff. When you walk onto the set, it's just there's one guy with a headset. It's just so buttoned down. They know exactly what they're doing. That they're just one guy. They just walk you through, and you're just standing there, and they're like, "Okay, you're going to be on as soon as she calls your name," and you're like, "Oh." All right. Like, there's no event. There's no like big thing that she's just like, let's hear for Tom Baba.
That's like the hardest like moment.
Weird.
It's like waiting, and then it's like, oh, time to walk out, because you're just like, I think I'm gonna die.
Yeah.
Like, I think I'm gonna be like, they're gonna be showing me dying on the news, like just falling down because I couldn't take the excitement and nerves.
Right, just completely caving.
Yeah,
I
you
always
just
think
lose
that.
it.
Like, what if I just collapsed right now?
It's like it would be all over the news. John Palmer collapses. Here's it just over and over on the news. And, tragic moment caught live on tape as
like a jellyfish.
I hate walking out because you're always so self-conscious of the fact that you're walking. You're like, your arms are swinging. You're like, I'm walking. So humiliating.
I'm walking. It's
One
really
arm
true.
left step.
My shoes are going up and down. My shoes are going up and down.
Did you tell her that you had no deodorant on?
No, I didn't tell her anything.
Oh, you should have told her. You should have said, look, I'm sorry if I stink.
Well, that's the thing that made it even more nerve-wracking. It's like if you go on anything as a comedian, you can just make jokes and stuff. You're going into her church. There is nothing, no tool in my bag that I can really use. I don't know if I'm going to be accepted. I'm going into this giant church.
You've already had the hug problem.
I've had the hug problem, and I don't know. It's all women from the Midwest and wherever, and
that's your audience.
It's it kind of actually is, but you know what I mean. Like, there's no like I'm not going to go out there and if I can walk in here and be like, dudes, I was sweating, I got no deodorant. We all laugh about it there. You're just like pretending that it's not happening.
It's like, I had no deodorant, I'm sweating, and just a silence and a bunch of like staring women like, ew, I don't like this man.
But then you got to be a comic and you got to go, hey, well, who's shitting your mouths?
Just can't acknowledge it on the Oprah.
Just
That
acknowledge
sucks.
it. Well, you could though, if you said that your wife packed and she didn't put deodorant, so people would probably enjoy that because it's like everybody's packed wrong. No,
not them.
You just had a Tom Papa on Twitter. You had a fine tweet too. It says, in a death cab heading to see the fine gentleman at Opie and Anthony.
Oh,
and Jim Norton.
And Jim Norton. And Jim Norton.
Death cab?
What's the death cab all about?
There's
every once in a while we do get a death cab.
Yes, it is brutal. I don't like. You know what it was?
Where
one
we
of
come
those
from
10th Street,
All right,
straight up 6th.
Pretty far ride,
and
for Manhattan.
It was one of those little
cab?
No, the little SUV ones. You know,
Yeah.
They're the worst. They're just so tight. There's no room in it.
Tiny.
I like the minivan. Just to stretch it out. And
I liked the old school Taxi, like the show Taxi. Those where you get in the back seat and you had like leg room like first class.
Yeah, and those little pop-up seats.
Giant. You could fit a steamer trunk in the fucking back. It's like the good old days.
Yeah,
Welcome
it's so
to the taxi.
big you could run a marathon in it.
Yeah, Chip.
Hey, Chip's here.
Was it one of the cabs
I
that
love
turns
Chip.
off at every stoplight?
He was just gunning it like 90 miles an hour and then jamming on his brakes and cursing at everyone. And I'm feeling nauseous.
Yeah, you get that nausea. Well, they don't understand when you stop and start
they
like that unless you're driving.
No, they understand.
They're like,
they've been driving for 20 straight hours, and they're like, you know what? I'm miserable, so I'm going to make everyone miserable. That gets in this
You
cab
look
for the
like you're
next
going
hour.
someplace important. It's going to make
Right.
you money. So
And they're like,
screw you.
yes, fuck
Be
you.
green when you have to go in and see people.
Yeah.
You're trying to pitch something and you're fucking green.
Right,
You're ready
exactly.
to vomit.
Well, that's what they were hoping for.
He just puts it in from drive into hauling middle class white guy. It just beats the shit out of you the whole way.
So what was it? A lot of
brutal.
stop and go, just
A lot of stop and
heavy on the brake and all that
and
bullshit.
screaming at everybody, just screaming. And it's like you drive a cab.
Yeah, that's
how are
your
you
job.
surprised that people in New York are cutting you off? Or
And believe me, you should just be used to it, right?
Yeah, just screaming
and they're the worst.
They are the worst, and they're the worst when you're driving.
They cause most of the problems.
He was the
Driving
most
around.
reckless thing. Then you're buckling in, and now you're more nauseous because I'm pinned to the thing. It was a death cab. Yeah, the old. That's the old school cab.
Mm-hmm. Oh, those big boys, yeah.
Yeah, it's like Roger Rabbit cabs.
Remember that era though in New York? That was like the dirty New York. I always think when I think of that era in New York, I think of the opening credits to The Odd Couple. Yeah, like that. They show Times Square, and it's like chock full of nutses on every corner. And
that smoke coming out.
Buses is just black smoke fucking coming out of everything. Corrupt cops just beating people with billy clubs. It was a wonderful time.
It really was.
It had character.
Yes.
We call it
just
having
so
character.
And there's fucking, Oscar Madison. Yeah. Just walking around eating a sandwich and shit. Look at that. The old days.
Big old station wagon from Jersey.
Yeah, the wood-sided station wagon. He's smoking anywhere.
Oh,
He's got his cigar.
Great. Yeah, and everyone fit in. No one looked good.
No, look at this. There's a hooker walking down the street. There's no handicapped ramps off the sidewalks.
No people walking quickly to make money.
No. That is like the old school New York cement. Wet cement. Just the hustle and bustle.
What a good opening for a show, right?
No one's he just throws the money on the front seat when he leaves the cab.
Right.
He's eating a hot dog by the park.
No one's working out.
No one's on a cell phone.
No one on rollerblades or jogging.
No. What is that, a maypole event?
Oh, yeah, they're doing that dance with little Sasha.
It's so funny, that park, no one's working out. Yeah, throw your trash on the ground.
He's just throwing his trash.
Yeah, he throws his trash.
That's on 6th Avenue. That's right around the. That's probably next door.
That's the Apple Store.
It is really cool.
That's right near the Apple Store.
That was.
Yeah.
It is cool to watch those things and see like
the
what
plaza.
was there at the time, and then realize,
still
holy
there.
shit, that's where that is, or that's still there, or that's long gone. Taxi Driver had that great scene in the diner where it's right by Columbus Circle. It's that building that had the odd windows and stuff, and they pass by that, and you're like, fuck, that's still there?
Yeah, it's great. That's what's so great about New York.
Yeah, that is the cool part. It's like a giant movie set. You walk around like a backlot.
Right,
It's like,
exactly.
oh, that's from that movie, and that,
In The King of Comedy, there's a cool scene where Sandra Bernhard and De Niro, Bobby D, are outside this building on Broadway. And right across from Caroline's.
Yeah, cross street from Caroline's.
Oh, yeah.
But that's where the chock full of nuts
Chock full of nuts on every corner.
Oh,
that was like
my
Starbucks
God.
back in the day.
Yeah, Danny, I'm with you on this.
Man.
Oh,
Danny left his post to check out some juice. Walking down
She is
She's very
Yeah.
pretty.
Holy shit.
She's the ebony princess of Sirius Satellite Radio.
Yeah,
I didn't know my wife was here.
She's so fucking hot. She really is hot.
The bitch's name is Buttercup Jones. Some cool 70s hooker name.
She works it.
when she moves, man.
Well,
It'll be a butterscotch.
but if you're an intern, you got to walk like that.
Yeah.
There's no other reason to be here.
Fucking walk, babe.
I said something like to her, like I was trying to have a line. I'm like, do you want some cum with that shake?
Oh, how'd that go?
Not good. I got called into like person resources.
You know I'm a fan of Chip, but when Chip goes dirty, it gets uncomfortable.
Yeah, but a little blue.
Who's Chip?
What's that?
What?
that?
You don't know Chip?
What's that?
I've never acknowledged him.
He'll never acknowledge him.
Yes, he will.
I have not acknowledged him in over a year.
Really?
Not
Yeah.
once.
Nice shake. Where'd you get your shirt from? Sears and Roebuck Tires?
When we're hanging out, everyone hates Chip so much, and
What's that?
I just keep going, yay, Chip! I love Chip. It drives Colin crazy. I said, would you stop it? You're encouraging.
Stop it with the tip. He bites his hand.
He does. Colin does love Chip, though.
Yeah.
He really does.
He's really turned.
What has he been doing with the movie reviews?
Hilarious.
He is hysterical.
Hilarious.
He's been watching, I guess, a lot of Scorsese movies and adding in
Colin's
his own.
bored again.
You know, Scorsese
Right, no
might
more
be
work.
a genius and all, but Colin knows what would make these movies better.
It's so great.
And that's like what he's been adding.
The Goodfellas thing when he said, what's with the scene walking into the restaurant? They should really cut it up and go from some different angles.
He's got all the ideas in directing and dialogue, and it's like he doesn't like the blue language in Casino and the violence.
Just making people angry. It's so great.
Yeah.
There's nothing better when you really get people on Twitter just go nuts.
Yeah, because people are like, dude, what are you talking about? They don't get the joke.
They don't get that they're being moronic.
That it's Colin.
Here's one. Mean Streets would have been better if they kept it PG on the language.
PG on the language.
Look, this is what...
Look, you see? It's coming through.
It's like Oprah.
Wow, you do fucking have
only from this
a
pit.
sweating problem.
You
Only
left
from
your
the
fucking other pit,
this,
too.
Well, this pit's...
Oh, wow,
but
yeah,
this
that's
one's
gone.
really bad.
They're
My right
both
one
bad.
sweats
You got
more.
deodorant on today?
I do.
Oh,
Look, you lift your arm.
Wow.
I gotta
gonna have E-Rock
Tom,
smell you.
Can I get a shot of that?
Yeah, just I won't do anything.
Maybe he's got that half side thing where the
I was
one half
thinking
sweats.
that.
Way
I
more.
No, that's
I don't
both
know why.
sides.
I don't want to bring it up.
I
Because
can't find a deodorant that can battle the Papa Sweat.
You probably need that. They sell like prescription.
Yeah.
No, I'm serious. I'm serious because a friend of mine had a similar problem.
I had a girl that used to do that.
problem.
I knew a girl that used to. Dude, I knew a girl that used to fucking sweat like that.
Really?
I would have fucking cyber sex with her, and she would just talk about how she would talk about how fucking stinky.
cyber sex.
Cyber sex.
What year is this?
I haven't heard anybody say that word in a long
I haven't heard
time.
Cyber sex.
I know what you meant, but I haven't heard
Read that
cyber
intercourse
sex
on the
in
World
7
Wide
years.
Web.
That is really, wow.
Honestly, it was probably 2002, 2003.
That's 9 years ago. Fair enough.
And she would turn off, and she would always fucking say, "Yeah, my pits are really stinky today." And
that would
I would
turn
be
you on?
my fucking. My dick would just knew it. My zipper actually would just open itself and go, "I know the drill."
I'll take it from here.
I love that shit. I love.
You
I,
like when
Really?
she
A
would
stinker?
say
I love when no, but there's different body chemistry. But I like when
Yeah.
a girl doesn't wear deodorant
Oh, wow.
and a pit stink.
I
she's
completely
coming
understand
back.
what you're
She's
talking
coming
about.
back.
I do too.
She's coming back.
I like a little
Let me get my
bit.
glasses.
Well, that was obvious.
That's
Jesus,
why-
we all just turned and
Yeah.
looked out the fucking window.
She's gonna wear a dress
you gotta
like that, we're
actually
gonna look.
point to something and go like this. Like, if you look at the door, it's like
cow.
that.
Good
It's,
acting.
and then you just look.
Is she wearing a nightie today?
She's wearing a teddy.
It's not a
She's in
nightie.
a teddy.
Yeah.
What is she?
It's a Theodore.
They just send her. They just send her on laps every hour.
Oh, they really
Walk
do.
through again.
Could you bring me ice
to
one
bring up
cube at a
morale.
time,
Yeah.
please?
Go make the white people uncomfortable.
No, that's for morale, man. That's something's going
Holy
on.
cow.
We're not going to pay these guys anymore, but we'll
Right.
give them something good to look at.
That's
some
like
candy.
Right, some
whenever
eye
she
candy.
starts walking down the hallway, you just see her from the back. It's just Motown starts playing in my head. It's perfect, like a boom. And she's
Now,
just-
quandary for you because she's a black girl. You don't usually don't go black, but she's pretty sexy.
I wouldn't mind
sexy.
like seeing her naked and shit, but as far as being with her or any kind of thing like that, I don't
No.
think I would. No. I'm very selective with my racial makeup when
Because
I
of-
have some kind of intercourse.
Because of the conversation afterwards, or because of the
Yeah, it would
sexual
probably be
attraction?
awkward after like ejaculating, and then you're both laying there and have nothing in common.
Right.
Hey, that's great. Oh, I paid my taxes. She'd be like, I don't know what he's talking about.
Here's how that conversation would go after they fucked. She'd be cuddling up to him and go, "Do you really dislike black people?"
You just say those.
Yeah,
I do.
It's a character I play on the radio. I'm really not that mild at home.
So what, you like when a chick fucking pits out a little bit?
Now leave. The police
Yeah.
are on their way.
Yeah, I like that. I like that smell.
I like that too. No deodorant, man.
I know.
Unless the chemistry's bad. If there's no body chemistry with a girl, I want you to say, I don't want to
Need the
smell
right
you.
pheromones.
You do, man. But
Yeah.
if I like a girl's chemical
I
smell,
know exactly what you're talking
I know
about.
what you mean.
fucking, I don't want you to. Sometimes
Yeah.
I used to date this one girl.
I
and
gotta
she-
smell like a monkey cage.
Dude, I would fucking
Wonderful.
This one girl I would date would
Shit.
fucking. I would tell her not to shower. Like she wouldn't shower for 2 days, and she would just come over and put her ass and pussy on my nose.
Wow.
Jimmy's trying to turn us on with that
For
story.
2 days?
Put it on my nose.
Sometimes, yeah.
2
No,
days is probably a good
No
thing. You don't want
deodorant.
to leave it any longer than that.
I would. Yes, I would.
Come on,
Really?
man.
3-4 days?
Nah, not
2
4
days
days.
is rough.
No, I would go.
No.
2 days is rough.
I would go into 3 days. Huh?
3 days.
3-day pussy.
I've had weekends.
The ass thing is weird.
I've had weekends though where you just spend in bed laying in
Right.
both of your own filth, sweat, cum, and you just fuck and you
Yeah.
go down on each other and you just both know you both stink.
Right.
So there's no like you're on equal footing.
Right.
I don't
exactly.
mind that.
Yeah. I
There
don't.
was
I
a
don't
girl
mind
that
that
worked
shit.
on my show, and then as the day would go on, everyone's working, and she would get a little funky, and everyone hated it, and I was like quietly, yeah, I hate it too. And,
Yeah, come here. Put this light bulb in over my face.
The pit's right in Tom Pompa's face.
Was she pretty?
Yeah.
I would turn me on so much. I would tell her, just don't wear deodorant. Like, the girl I dated who wouldn't wear deodorant, I would always tell her, like, fucking, she was like, I can't, I gotta go to work. She would have to work, and I'd be so annoyed.
You fucking Ike Turner?
Dude, I would love that.
Fucking commanding women to do things?
No, but she likes...
I want to wear deodorant.
No, but then she did a thing with Phil Spector, and I raped her on the console. And I punched her in the face. I'm gonna be just like that puppy.
I should have taken my jacket off and shown Oprah my big saddlebags. Maybe she would get turned on by
She
it.
would have fucking just laughed at you.
Yeah.
Yeah, if they said I forgot my deodorant. I'm so nervous today, I forgot my deodorant.
At the end of the show, she came up and hugged me.
Well, she did.
Oh, you won her over.
Yeah. And she took me in.
You should have backed off.
And she like really squeezed me in and said really nice things and right into her bosoms.
Her bosom.
It was like a grandmother hug.
Yeah.
Big ones.
And
big warm ones.
Yeah. Huge.
They're huge.
They would have to
They're
be.
gigantic.
How is she off camera? Different?
No. No, but she's the boss. Like, you feel like, oh, she's completely running this place. She's
got a lot of
firing
people working
and people
for
are
her.
afraid of her. And
Really?
Yeah.
Is anybody disrespectful to her?
No.
What, are you kidding me?
No way. No way.
Yeah, Oprah is she's like an alpha male type of woman, you know? Like,
Yeah, she's so powerful that she doesn't have to say it or act it. She just walks in and commands it.
You
know
think
what I
someone
mean?
like that has like a kind of a sick sense of humor somewhere in her, where she's like alone?
Yes.
I don't. Yeah, because it seems like she would only laugh at the wholesome things and not want to hurt anyone's feelings.
Mm-hmm. But I bet you there's like a dinner party and she's cranked up on some wine with her friends,
just getting
and
off a little, letting loose,
making some jokes about gay people or something.
People, gay jokes,
handicapped people.
I tell you this one. You ever hear this joke? She looks around. I'm Oprah. I can't be seen here.
It'll be interesting now that it's all wrapped up. Now the books will come out.
Yeah, the tell-alls.
Yeah, remember the time when we found that SWAT stick in her office?
Goose stepping around her office.
Yeah,
they've all signed non-disclosures guaranteed. She's too smart.
And they're all still working because now they're going to work for Rosie.
Yeah.
And that's probably Oprah's way of, making sure
for
no books come
Rosie?
out.
Yeah.
Rosie's taking over.
In that same...
On Oprah's...
Oh, I guess she's doing it for
OWN.
OWN, you're right.
Yeah.
For Oprah's channel. No, it's...
You know what's funny?
Oprah's producing it, and it's actually in that space.
Yeah, but it's going to be on OWN, which is different, which is funny because locally they're going to go with a 4 o'clock newscast, and they're all excited like, Oprah's over, but we got plans. It's going to it's going to be a
It's going to be a 4 o'clock newscast.
It's going to be a bust. That's how they're... That's what they're...
Scheduled news is the dumbest, most useless thing ever.
I have a theory.
You don't... Yes? Yes, sir? Yes, sir?
They know that for the first 3 months, a lot of people are going to be checking her out in that time slot, so anybody in that slot is probably doomed to fail. So they may want to give a buffer in between 25 years of Oprah.
They call that the David Lee Roth.
Yeah.
Yes. You pop him in, wait a while.
But that might be it, because news is nothing personal if it doesn't work, and nobody cares if you take it off.
4 o'clock news. Who
4 o'clock
cares?
news.
But you know what I'm saying? Why else do they
We
do
should
that?
start an afternoon chat show.
I already have one.
Yes.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
What's your chat show called?
It's called Jim Norton Chats, but I spell it with a Z instead of an S at the end.
That sounds good. You guys, people know it's going to be a little silly. Yeah. Serious, but a little silly.
You want to read more of these Colin Quinn tweets? Because they're great.
Yeah.
I told Colin last night, I said, I know what you're doing on Twitter, and it still makes me angry.
You're not fooling anyone.
It's very funny.
He wrote this one. If you want to see a real New York movie, because we were talking about New York and the scenery, check out the episode of Friends where Phoebe plays outside of Central Park. I know that street. And then his Goodfellas.
Just an ass. I love it.
Goodfellas had one flaw. No way a guy would kill another guy over a nasty remark. People get silly when they drink, but that is overdoing it.
It's great because he really makes people angry. They start screaming.
Yeah, they start screaming. What are you talking about? Someone would kill somebody. We know.
You moron.
Idiot.
And then he just writes, Carlito's Way, definitely Scorsese's at his finest. I agree. Him and Pacino made a lot of great ones together.
The obvious Colin.
Colin without being on Broadway anymore.
Yeah, that's what it is. He's just sitting home tweeting in his fucking PJs.
Right.
You know it's creepy because we know him a little bit. We know he's bored and he's waiting for his next project.
Tweet.
Rumble in the Bronx was shot entirely in the Bronx, as you could tell by the background. Truly a serious look at the borough.
The borough.
Truly.
Which I think, where was that shot? Toronto or something?
I don't know.
Or Japan.
Or Japan. It absolutely wasn't the Bronx.
Oh, hilarious.
So the marriage ref, if the plug starts, season 2 starts Sunday, June 26th.
We have to. Like it's a chore for us.
That's a ways away, though.
Yeah.
Wow.
This marriage ref.
Oh, June 26th. Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah, a month away.
It'll be on Sundays all summer.
Wait a minute. You're going to be in Chicago.
No, I'm not.
July 14th through 16th. Okay,
No, I'm
I
not.
thought that was...
That's wrong.
Is it?
Yeah.
What do you got on the marriage ref?
I'm going to be at Gotham next weekend.
Oh, there you go. All right, Gotham Comedy here in New York on 23rd Street.
That's the Bronx. Danny just pulled up a still. I think I see like fucking
Rolling
Mount
hills.
Fuji.
Yeah, that's
Mount
hilarious.
Fuji's in the background.
Yeah.
It really mountains.
It's like fucking there's mountains in the Bronx. Those are like snow-capped mountains.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, rumble in the Bronx.
The marriage ref. So who's going to be on this season there? Tom Papa?
Our first one will be Seinfeld, Ricky Gervais, and Julianne Moore.
Wow,
Holy
nice.
shit.
The next one is Tracy Morgan and Regis.
Oh my God!
They're awesome.
Could I get a word in over here, Tracy? He won't shut his mouth. I was yelling.
Regis, you gonna be pregnant?
Everyone's got to get pregnant now.
You're going to have my baby.
Everyone's got to have Tracy's baby.
I
now.
can't. I have your baby.
It's impossible. Stupid Regis.
They really like each other.
You
those
like
two.
Regis?
Yeah. Weird. They really like each other.
I see Regis a lot.
Oh, yeah?
He's a grumpy old man when he's not on TV.
Oh, really?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, really?
He looks miserable.
What's he gonna do when he retires?
He works out at my gym. He walks the neighborhood, and he's a miserable guy.
He works out in your gym?
Yeah, and he's miserable.
That's
he doesn't
good.
talk to anyone, and
Really?
he's not a nice man.
Wow.
I am going on record and saying,
Wow. He seems so delightful.
yeah, I'm amazed. I'm amazed.
The old curmudgeon.
Yeah.
My point. I'm amazed it's the same person. I'm amazed it's the same person.
Wow.
I can't believe it's the same guy.
Just cranky.
As soon as those fucking cameras go on, though, man, he comes to life.
I'm dying.
Yeah.
That's why he's cranky.
Doesn't smile.
Wow.
And he's with people he knows, by the way, so it's not like he's doing this because he's being bothered.
Yeah.
No one's bothering him whatsoever.
He's just...
And
He's just in deep thought.
No,
Sure.
Something. Notre Dame.
Not every day.
Everything's about Notre Dame. Fighting Irish. I'm angry.
I love Dean. Dino.
And you don't get that at all, by the way. Very monotone, very
Wow.
serious.
What a bummer.
Not one smile. I've seen him so many fucking times.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
That's too bad.
Not animated
Can
at
he
all.
lift?
Yeah, I was going to say, what does he
Lifting?
bench?
What's he benching over there?
Honestly, for what? He's in his 70s, right? Pushing. What is he pushing 80?
It's got to be.
Regis
He does all right, man.
is
74.
833. That's the
33
time.
is. I was going to do the math. 67 plus another 11.
Wow. And we got Bill
I guess-
Maher's on it this year. Bill Maher and
Ant likes Bill
Mary
Maher.
J. Blige and some cool people.
Ant's a big fan of Bill Maher.
Bill Maher.
I actually liked that one movie he did, though.
Religulous was fun, man.
good.
And it was an all right
Religulous
movie.
was good.
Yeah.
And he
I
went
like
after
that,
the
but
Muslims, which
I just
most
don't like
people
him
don't
as a person. I just don't like his fucking politics, his bullshit liberal crapola.
He's smart.
I call
I
it
could
crapola.
see you guys getting off terrifically.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Just fucking swimmingly.
Fucking season 2 of The Marriage Ref, though, starts Sunday, June 26th at 10 p.m. Very cool.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
9
a little
weeks.
more TV. A little more TV.
I don't follow. Does he have a Twitter?
Bill Maher. I don't
Tom
know.
Papa. Oh,
Yeah.
Tom Papa has a Twitter at Tom
I have
Papa.
a Tom Papa.
Bill Maher.
Bill Maher does.
I don't know.
Yeah,
He does.
I would assume he does, but I don't follow
would-
that. But I follow Michael Moore, and I don't know why.
I wouldn't follow
like.
him.
Why am I sit there, and every time one of his tweets go by, I'm just like, ah, fuck you. And I'm like, why am I making myself?
Because he was fun on the show.
To your phone, exactly.
Yeah, he was fun on the show.
He's a cool guy in person.
But then when you read his tweets, I'm just like, it's
he was fun on the show
and of everything I believe.
And you challenged him, and it was great back and forth. You and Michael Moore.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, we brought up a subject.
Next time, I think it'll be different with you and him.
But it was one subject that we brought up that we all kind of agreed on.
That's true.
On something, so it wasn't really a confrontational subject that we have, like gun control or something.
Yeah.
Or fucking, the rich are the most evil motherfuckers on the planet.
And what's Michael Moore's Twitter? Because now I want to see if he...
at Dick Fuck Facehead. At Dick Fuck Facehead.
There is something there is something about following people that drive you crazy.
Hate. Right. You can't do a lot of them, but a small dose. Like, oh, there's Colin. That's fun. That's fun. I hate you. I like a little, dynamic.
I do love the aspect of just the block. Just like
we always talk about the joy of the block.
I don't think it's right to block people, Tom Potter.
Oh, right. Yeah, my favorite blockage.
Right. I should reconsider.
Favorite blockage of people is when you notice they only have like 2 followers.
That's exactly
and they bash you.
Right.
Now all you do is send a private message to them.
Right.
And send like, oh, your 2 followers, not even worth retweeting this. You're getting a private message because you're an asshole. And now you're just blocked. So don't even bother trying to write back because I won't read it.
Yeah.
Click, send, block, gone.
That's not right.
It is a treat.
No, it's not right. You don't like that?
It's a little cold.
It is a little cold.
Maybe he's just having a rough time.
Yeah.
Maybe he was in a death cab before he tweeted.
Yeah, could have been. He was a little nauseous.
Nauseous in the death cab.
Bill Maher, I have weird feelings because I don't agree with his politics, but I like one thing he said when the Iraq War was happening. He was saying that there was no weapons of mass destruction, and he looks back and he goes, the U.S. we have some egg on. We should put Saddam back where he was. We would have egg on our face, and he was basically bashing the U.S. But after seeing what has happened since then, I agree that Saddam should have been put back. We would have been embarrassed. But you know what? Maybe my motives are different, but he knew how to handle those fucking people.
Exactly.
And it was... the more I look at the whole thing over there, I'm completely against us being there, and I was wrong to be for it.
But he's still a smug asshole.
Oh, dude, without a doubt.
That's the problem.
But I like looking back on that, he got a lot of shit for that, but I do agree with that in hindsight.
How could you possibly do that, though? Lives were lost, and then you just go, fuck it. It's like people didn't like when Clinton cut and run from fucking Somalia after they took a beating. If lives are lost in a war that is supposedly justified, and then you just decide, put it back the way it was, we're leaving. It's like all those people die in vain.
You can't go
without any even inkling that you were trying.
You can't go back, but he should have been.
He never should have been.
He should have been the leader.
Never should have been
all
taken
the time.
out.
We're going to give your people freedom, and he was like, "Have you met them? Animals.
I know these fuckers.
Right? Trust me. This is the way to do it."
It is kind of like we went like, "Hey, free all the tigers from all the zoos and let them just walk around. They want to be free.
Let them go."
Yeah, but they kind of need.
We kind of figured this out a long time ago.
Feeding time and cages
of food.
Yeah, he really did know how to handle his people, and sometimes it meant gassing a bunch of Kurds. He knew
and murdering some way.
Yeah. Oh no, you didn't.
I certainly did.
Again, you forgot how to do the chip voice. I guess
that was a Jimby.
A Jimby.
No, I agree with the sentiment, I should say, behind it.
Yeah, the sentiment.
Right.
Well, in hindsight, though, it's easy to agree with that sentiment. Because you realize, it's kind of a Kobayashi Maru, a little no-win scenario.
Yum.
Yes, but you didn't realize that until we were in a little too deep already.
Yeah,
it's kind of hard to just cut and run it.
I remember when they were rolling across the desert.
Oh God!
And my friend called me. He goes, "Oh, I hope they better find something."
And that, by the way, as we talk about this a lot, is why we don't believe in any conspiracy theories, because why wouldn't they just plant some fucking 55-gallon drums of some shit?
How easy would that have been?
It would have been they controlled everything.
That's right.
For miles, you couldn't get around. It was a military fucking operation going on. They could have just dragged in whatever the fuck they want, planted. Look what we found, this lion sack of shit.
Exactly.
That Hans Blix was a fucking asshole. He couldn't find shit.
But he actually believed he was very against U.S. policy, but he did believe that Saddam had weapons.
Yeah.
Or he believed that Saddam wanted people to think he had weapons. Like, he thinks that Saddam was bluffing, but he really was. Like, he thought Saddam had them or wanted people to believe he had them.
It was much too personal with Saddam. Much too personal between Bush and Saddam.
Yeah.
It would have been better. He was so watched. There was still a no-fly zone over his fucking country.
Which is nice if you're eating outdoors.
No, not those. You couldn't fly planes, silly.
Oh, I thought,
not the insects.
Oh, I thought there was, no pretty girls.
No, you're in the 90s. Early.
With your cyber sex.
Yes, cyber sexing.
No kid and play hairdo zone.
He really was one of the most monitored dictators.
Yeah.
So he was being kept in check. But we really...
Yeah, but then again, he refused to castle. That's why he was...
it's just pouring them out.
It's so much easier to take in the Chip voice.
It's wonderful. It's wonderful.
Who's Chip? He was kept in check. There was no way he could have done anything. So just leave him there.
Yeah.
But we all, and I'm guilty of the same thing, we all had this bloodlust at the time. Like, you know what?
Someone's
Go in
gotta
there.
pay.
Fuck, someone's got to pay.
Exactly.
I don't care who it is.
I know.
You know, it's
really
like when
wanted it.
Tony Manero and his friends took the car and drove into the Spix bar. You know, him and Double J and everybody, and then you realize maybe it wasn't them that did it, but someone had to pay.
You're right.
Yeah,
I know. We were pissed.
just like it, by the way.
We were pissed.
Yes.
But what about Gaddafi? Like, why are you...
That is beyond me.
He kept his people in line. It's nice to give people freedom, but you don't know who you're really giving the freedom to. It's like,
that's not what it's about. Here's what Gaddafi's about. The U.S. is fucking embarrassed that Pan Am bomber was released back to
but that's not the U.S.'s fault. It's pretty much fucking England's fault.
Scotland, technically. But I'm telling you, we can't go after Scotland, and we don't have the fucking balls. We don't have the fucking balls to say anything harsh to England or harsh to Scotland.
Yeah.
So we want to remove Gaddafi because we're embarrassed that fucking whatever his name was, whoever the fucking Pan Am bomber was, and they celebrated. That's the punishment.
Yes, and he's still alive.
If we wanted Gaddafi, we should have got him fucking 1985.
Yeah.
We should have killed him.
Reagan tried.
Reagan did try, but too bad for us.
Yes.
Don't fucking cry about little bitches about it now.
You know what's fucked up
Or
about...
take it out on Scotland.
But the fucked up thing with that situation is the UN, of course, is in there. It's not America, but meanwhile, it's all American equipment.
Our ship.
Yeah. But they're trying to remove... Not trying to remove him, they say. They're just keeping the civilian deaths down by bombing his army that is attacking the civilians. Meanwhile, by civilian, you mean the people that are shooting at his army trying to kill him and remove him from power. So, believe me, I'm no fan of Gaddafi, but don't bullshit me and tell me he's saving little women and children that are being shot in the streets. There's an insurrection happening.
It's a war.
There's people fighting him.
Yeah.
Those aren't civilians at that point. They're revolutionaries. They're insurgents to Gaddafi.
They're the other side of the war.
The other side of the war. So, we're saving civilians that are fucking firing anti-aircraft guns at Gaddafi's planes. So you're supporting one side of a revolution.
Yeah,
But they don't want to put it like that. It's a humanitarian effort, really?
Like it was in Mogadishu. It's not our fucking... I'm sorry, in Somalia.
No,
it's not our fucking business.
Right. Yeah.
These are the same people that cheered when the bomber came home. Enough.
Yeah.
It's like Syria is really... Everyone's kind of saying that we should be doing the same thing in Syria, but no, we should be doing the same thing in Syria that we're doing with Gaddafi. Just back off. It's not your business.
Not our business.
Not our shit.
Right? He's killing people. It's brutal. We understand that.
Cares?
But it's not our fight.
That's the world, you know? It's like there are dictators, there are democracies, there are fucking totalitarian fucking nutjob.
Right.
But like you can't make the world this pleasant place. We're gonna give you democracy. It's just as bad as when the Soviet Union was trying to hey, you're communists now.
Yeah.
Like, who the fuck are we to go barging around thinking we're going to lay democracy on people that don't even know what it means?
Well, before you know it, you'll have the full apparatus of totalitarianism. Totalitarianism. Let's be led. Push. Remember that guy? Clockwork. When he's on the phone. You have the full apparatus of totalitarianism. Sometimes it must be led. Pushed.
We had Malcolm McDowell.
I saw your tweet last night of the Jim on taking all his posters out.
All the video?
Yeah, that was great.
Nervous Jimmy?
Nervous Jimmy.
I just don't want to fucking mind anyone else's business anymore. I'm sick of it.
We really should.
Yeah,
I'm sick of our moral policing and our fucking self-righteous shit. It drives me nuts.
Yeah, especially right now. Like the whole Midwest, by the way, is just being creamed with tornadoes.
Yeah.
And I don't see like a tenth of the shit I see for Haiti relief or anytime there's a disaster anywhere else in the world. There's like celebrities text this to this number and give like $10 to that. And meanwhile, there's not shit to give to our own people
It's ridiculous.
that are fucking ravaged.
Ridiculous. Every time schools in New York are broke.
Yeah, broke schools.
Unless the parents in public schools, you have to donate all this money just to get like art class. I mean, broke. And then to watch every day in the news, we're going to send $30 billion to this country. We're going to send $20 billion.
And we're building schools.
How do you tell me that we don't have money for us?
Why are we building schools in the Sudan?
Right.
Yeah.
And the school system is going a la carte now, too.
Yeah.
You read about that? If you want to do a sport, it's going to cost you. If you want to do a little art or music, it's going to cost you.
It's ridiculous.
They're going a la carte in some of these districts.
Our kids are in public school in New York right now.
Is that bad? Because I'm behind you here,
it's
but
good,
I need
you've
to
got
start knowing.
You have to pick out the schools where the rich people live because they all donate money and have these fundraisers. It's kind of like good public schools are semi-private now. Like you really have to give them a couple grand every once in a while. And
did you feel the pressure going private school? Because I'm already feeling that. People going, "Oh, you better go private with your kid." I'm like, my kid's one.
Yeah, no, you don't have to do that.
No, and someone said to me recently, they said it's too late already. You were supposed to pick a school already. I'm like, he's one.
Yeah, no, that's ridiculous.
I'll move to the suburbs before I worry about that shit.
No, that culture is completely insane.
So is your kid kids in how many kids you got?
2.
Charter school or
no? It is
public school.
Regular
public school,
but it's good, and all the parents. You'll when you start looking into it, there's some schools that are great, and there's like one like down the street that's brutal. Yeah, and the parents don't have the money, And
why public school and not private?
Why? Because
he explained it. It makes sense. If you pick a public school in a really rich neighborhood, they're taking care of their own school. They're doing the fundraising.
No, but he can afford privates. It's a decision for some reason. I know it's not a money issue.
I don't like the culture.
Oh, okay.
There is an elitist,
that's why I don't want to
snobby, douchebag parent thing that you get involved in, and the kids are shitty because the parents are shitty.
I always think that
it's gross.
I think that type of school raises kids into the guys that are always the bad guy in the comedy movies, like where it's the rich guy and he's got the girl, and the piece of shit guy like is in love with the girl, and they hook up at the end because the rich guy's such a douche.
The rich guy's a
like that
douchebag
seems to be what gets raised in those schools.
Completely,
that really, bad guy.
Yeah, I heard someone was telling me last night that they were saying that there's a generation of kids that are all raised
now.
now.
Pretty in Pink myself. I went with Pretty in Pink when he was doing that.
The kids who are doing really well are really, really rich kids. And it's because they're being raised by the nannies.
Oh, right.
They're being raised by Jamaicans and Dominicans. Low income, just real people. And you don't do that and just real. Those kids are
disciplined
great. The ones
way they're
who are
supposed
kind
to
of rich, who the parents are really involved, those kids are all douchebags.
They get fucked up.
I live on the Upper West. I do not see parents with kids ever.
Ever.
I mean ever. Not just during the day, ever.
Like how many black mothers are having white children?
Yeah, it's
What's
true.
What's going on?
It's completely the way
it is
goes.
really strange.
No one raises their own
having
kids.
a kid in Manhattan is like having an accessory. It's an accessory.
Yeah,
to these women.
Everyone else is doing it.
They hang out with them a little bit just to show them off, and then like, all right, here.
Yeah.
And they give them back to their nannies.
It's gross. Ours is like a public school. It's like how we grew up. It's just real people, real schools. There's no bullshit. And the education's great. And it's just real people. It's like real working class people.
But your point being that, we're not even taking care of our own school system, but giving money everywhere else.
Yeah, every day.
Billions.
Did you see the documentary, Waiting for Superman?
Yeah.
You did?
Because
it sounds like you're describing
Is it good?
I loved it.
It is amazing.
It's really
amazing.
It shows you what the fuck's going on.
Is that what Lex Luthor did or something?
No.
God. Waiting for Superman was it was great.
Who's that teacher? Who's the guy from the Bronx?
Yeah, I don't know his name, but he started a charter.
Jackie Chan.
This guy,
James almost.
This guy
changing this. He's going to change schools.
Joe Brown.
All right, we go. Here's a good one. That's fine. I'll talk about it off air.
Dylan Klebold and Eric Harris.
No.
They're changing the school system. Who's changing the school system?
Long Island's got an odd system out there because we have to pay school taxes.
Even if you don't have kids?
Even if you don't have kids.
Well, how else are they supposed to get
mine
there?
are the highest in the country.
Really?
And I don't have fucking kids.
Well, you just train your kids better then.
Then you should get some of the benefits of the kids. Like
I was saying, I should
cut your lawn or
go in and pick and choose. Fuck cut the lawn. I'm going to the high school and picking out some girls for the pool.
Waiting for Superman shows that a lot of these kids are just fucked as soon as they come out of the womb, man.
Completely screwed.
Because they're in a school district where the teachers suck. They don't want to put the time in, so they're just fucking babysitting the kids. And if the kids are passing, they're not passing on a level that is equivalent to the other schools out there in America.
Completely.
So this fucking guy, he started a charter school in the middle of Harlem. And it's
he broke out of the system, the public school system, and did it his own way. And people are like, well, you're just screwed. You can't. You can't
change this.
And all of his kids are now going to college, and he's just kicking ass.
Right.
Because he's just thinking.
And it's in the middle of Harlem where you don't really expect. A good school.
He's
system.
kicking ass, and that's the way it can be done. But not when you're spending billions of dollars.
Right.
Yeah.
Overseas.
That's only one. That's one success story, but there's a lot of disasters.
The whole policy of this country to just, for some reason, how did we become the guys that just ship boatloads of fucking money out of the country when
it makes no sense?
And then on the other hand, we're talking about, oh my God, look at the deficit. We got to print more money. It's like, then don't send any out.
Let's just stop spending. Let's collect all the credit cards.
Yeah.
Let's bring them all. Let's cut them up and just live in our house for a while.
They preach like, oh boy, watch your credit and this and that.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, they're doing the exact thing. They're overspending. They're like a bitch that just got her fucking credit card.
And they're forgiving debt. They fucking crucify us on 30% for a credit card or whatever, but they fucking forgive foreign debt all the time to get favors in the UN.
Yep.
It's fucking sickening.
Yeah, it's weird.
And we're giving more money to Egypt now. They exploded to give more money.
Maybe we just don't understand. Maybe we just don't understand.
The big picture.
Maybe we don't understand the big picture.
The big
bribery. That's the big picture. They're bribing these shit countries, and Mubarak's got to face charges now because he had protesters killed.
Yeah.
They're putting him on trial.
We can't see the forest for the trees or something.
Cyber sex.
What? Cyber sex.
Dude, she was just saying to me, they're stinky today.
he never left that. He never left that.
Someone's going to think the show skipped.
Jimmy needs to jerk off, and then he can move past that thought.
She would say they're stinky today, and I would say how I was going to lay back and she was going to put them over my face.
Oh,
and I would clean them with my mouth.
Some guy said, I don't want a girl that smells like a man. It's like, no,
that's
it's
not
girl
it. She smells like a girl.
Kind of.
But that's a specific thing.
She smells like an animal.
That guy probably doesn't eat pussy well either. That guy probably, when a girl is like, she walks in the house, he's probably like, I'll eat your ass if you hop in the shower. Really, fucking rookie.
Here's a brush.
Yeah, really clean uniform on the sidelines.
You belong in single A ball. You're not ready for the fucking big leagues.
I don't want to play football. It's raining. I'll get mud on my shoes. You fucking twat. Get in there.
Coach,
Man up.
I'm going to need a towel, Coach.
Yeah. I would hide my girlfriend's deodorant. I used to hide it.
Wow, really?
I really would. Yeah, when she'd stay over, I would fucking hide her deodorant. You're going to reek today.
That is really... I understand what you're saying, but you take it up a few levels.
I was just thinking the same thing. I have the complete attraction, the animal smell, the whole thing, and then put her ass on my nose, and I'm out.
Well, that's because you're the U.S. military. You don't really want to commit, Tom. What do you want the troops to just stand there? That's the Korea situation.
Jimmy has a way of always losing you. You could be with him for a little while, and then he always takes it one step and all right, I'm out.
There he did.
I'm out. He's got to have pocket aces. I'm done.
Jimmy always gets to his destination on an empty bus. It's like it starts off when we're like, I'm along for the... All right. Let me pull the string.
Yeah, I'm done.
I got to get out. I got to get out. This is my stop.
This doesn't look like your stop. It is now.
I'll walk the rest of the way.
But I'll tell you, the woman on that bus...
For me, hiding the deodorant is like... that's just like... You're committed a little too much.
Sneaking her deodorant.
But the woman that stays on the bus for the entire ride has fucking great smelling pits and a deep ass crack.
a tucked-in blue uniform.
Dude, I love it.
Stretching.
Listen, we should take a break because we got Bernard Hopkins coming.
I got soup.
He's got soup. We got leaks to do.
Yes.
Bernard Hopkins just won. Oldest fighter to do that, right?
Yeah.
46 years old.
Did he win it?
He's done our show a few times, Tom. He's cool.
He's a great guy.
You're gonna have fun with him.
And he's, I think what was the weight he fought at? Was it 175?
I don't know, Jimmy.
How do you do anything at 46?
Dude, he's amazing.
Right, like that.
Really?
Being punched in the face.
Amazing athlete.
You can't run for a bus at 46.
He's an amazing athlete, this guy. All right, so he'll be in about 10-15 minutes.
Yeah, so by the time we get back, and let's get the big plug. Tom, you're staying, right?
Yeah, I'm going to stay.
Oh, good. Season 2 of The Marriage Ref starts Sunday, June 26th at 10 p.m., and then airs for the following 9 weeks. And it's Tom Papa on Twitter.
Yay.
We'll continue.
The Opie and Anthony Show. Opie and Anthony on the virus. Sirius XM.
3 days. We got Tom Papa in the studio. Yeah. I like how Tom fits in with this show.
I don't like it at all. Oh,
I missed you guys.
I kind of like it. I'll be honest. When you started coming around, I wasn't sure you were going to work. Cause just because he seems very
queer.
But he's got an edge to him. Because we see him hanging out with Seinfeld and doing the Marriage Ref and stuff. Going on
a little
Oprah.
reserved.
A little reserved, but you learn quickly that Tom Papa certainly is not.
Psychopath.
Now, here's the inside.
A friendly psychopath.
Here's the fucking inside skinny on Tom.
Yeah, please.
He's a piece of shit.
Okay.
Every comic knows
welcome. Yes.
Tom's a terrible guy, and all the comedians know it.
Really?
Yes.
What do you mean a terrible guy?
I've been trying to figure it out for years. I'm like, there's something.
Do you know how many waitresses he's gotten fired because of poor service?
Oh, really?
The comedians really love him, though, because we all hate bad service at the comedy table. But Tom would just sit there with Manny and now with Noam and just yes, the table's dirty. Like,
oh, shit.
Oh, and before you know it, their fucking heads are chopped off outside.
A little passive-aggressive?
Yeah, and you're a little passive-aggressive.
Yeah.
No, I think it's great that you don't work them that hard on a Saturday night. That's good. Just let them do what they do.
Yeah.
They shouldn't have to clean, too.
Yeah, once Tom has a hard-on for you as a waitress, you're finished. You're out.
If you think this works for your business,
that's fine. Yeah.
The DJ, we got him scrapped. Is he still there on Saturdays?
He is still there.
Oh, he is? I thought he was done.
They have a DJ at the Comedy Store?
No. At the Olive Tree upstairs.
Yeah.
It's not that distracting, actually.
It was when it started.
It was too loud. They have a DJ now on the Saturday nights.
When you guys are trying to talk at that back table?
Exactly.
But he's by the front. So Noam got a because Noam's a fucking club guy. He owns clubs. And
but that place didn't need that.
A cafe is for conversation.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm. But
that's a great place to just hang and talk.
We had the volume lower.
There's a what'd you say?
Nothing.
How's the crowd?
Talking over loud fucking music.
The worst.
And how'd you handle that? No, if you think music's going to help the business.
No, that one I was just aggressive. There's no passive about it. I was like, this blows. I'm going home as soon as that music starts.
None of the comedians liked it. We don't like anything that competes with us chatting.
No.
Who else did? I didn't like it. You didn't like it. Carl hated it. Fucking.
But it's not just you guys chatting. Like he said, everyone. It's a nice vibe.
Exactly.
People go there just to kind of hang and talk a little bit.
That's what it's about. A little music in the background is fine. You want to put on your little iPod.
Something
that's fine.
light.
Yeah.
Light fare.
I am a nice guy. I don't think that I'm a mean fella.
You're not a mean fella. That's the thing. You're not overtly or outwardly mean.
He called you a piece of shit, not mean.
Because
you did say that. You're a very pleasant piece of shit.
No, Tom is a nice. His wife's very nice. Like Tom's a nice dude. Like you go out with him, and he just seems he has this amazing smile, and he's like, and he just seems like the funnest guy. But he's a fucking man about business.
I think that's what makes the comedians angry is that everybody knows that you guys are pieces of shit, and I fake it.
Yeah,
I get away with.
Oh, you're getting away with some shit.
I don't think he's a piece of shit.
Why can he hang out in normal circles and they don't realize what he really is?
I get it. Seinfeld probably knows that Tom's kind of a creep, but he doesn't probably understand. Because Tom will probably say things like, "Why is the service here so bad?" Jerry will probably just go like, "Yeah," like he doesn't really. What is bad? Tom probably just makes him realize things.
No, because Jerry is actually the same way that I am.
Yeah, no.
Comedians are all the same, you know.
Yeah.
He fakes it pretty good, huh?
Yeah, he's just completely he'll be really aggressive.
How about you not talk about that?
Well, some
Trying
people
to say it, you know
what the odd thing
you're in
is?
a good spot with
Secret
Jerry.
message received.
Some people
You don't want to get in trouble with Jerry. We don't want to cluster your Jerry gig.
I know what's wrong with you.
No, but this
is a big drop off, Tom. I know you like doing the show, but you should like hanging out with Jerry a little more.
Most people do just know him from the television show,
right?
And even stand up, which comes across completely different because it's edgy sometimes. Like on the show on Seinfeld, he's normally just some self-centered guy that's not that in your face or anything. But there were a couple of episodes where he's like, "Oh, that's Jerry.
Right.
That's the real one." Jerry's just a little like
just honest. They're just like people will come up and like tell him a joke, and he'll just look at him and be like,
what?
"Why would you do that?
Why would you do that?"
And he'll get so uncomfortable, and he'll just
terrible.
But he's comfortable in like this is why I like. I've had very limited interactions with him, but he's always been very nice.
Yeah, you guys get along.
But you know that when he's chatting with you, it's because he really wants to. There's no, and I told him when we were doing that Geraldo benefit. Actually, I was standing next to him on the line.
Yeah,
and like somebody went to hug him or something, and he doesn't want to be fucking hugged, and he kind of tensed up, and the woman's like, "Oh, sorry," but he was right. You don't know him; he's gonna hug him like you're fucking him, and
like Oprah. Who the fuck would hug Oprah? If you don't know, that's right.
You do that.
I didn't even realize.
Oh boy!
But that's true.
Awkward.
I said to him, I'm like, dude, there is no. I'm like, what I like about you, I'm like, there's no bullshit in you.
Yeah.
You just interact honestly, and I think he said. Are you joking? Like, there's a lot of bullshit. Like, I have to be nice.
There's a lot of bullshit.
Like, I guess he was saying, like, some of these hellos. Some of these hellos were not as genuine as I thought they were.
Maybe the conversation he was having at that very moment.
Believe me, I consider this.
Of course he's edgy.
But there's always that thing of, in your act or on TV that you're a certain guy, and there was this great story in Dick Cavett had about Jack Benny. Like Dick Cavett loved Jack Benny, and he was working on like the Tonight Show or something, and he got in the elevator with him. He just wanted to he would always sneak into the elevator at the last minute and ride with the big stars. And he gets in it with Jack Benny, and they're going down. And there's all these other people in there, and the people are just like, "So how's Rochester? And are you really cheap?" And asking all these Jack Benny stuff, and he's just smiling. And Dick Cavett thought to himself, "Wow, he really is very gracious. Like he really likes these people, and he handles himself. He's very giving." And the elevator opens and everybody dumps off and it's just Dick Cavett and Jack Benny. And Jack Benny goes to the little young Dick Cavett and goes, some days you just want to tell them to go fuck themselves.
That's fantastic.
But the point is, you can't be a comedian without having that in you. Well, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think you're right.
Bob Saget's a very good example of what you were saying, too, because a lot of people are very shocked to find out that he's a really dirty, edgy comic.
Yeah.
And always was.
Always was.
And then he got, picked to do 2 huge
Videos
shows.
and
Huge shows.
Yeah.
And everyone thought he was this Family Guy.
What's funny about him is that he was just now, like in the last, 8 years, is just letting everybody know.
Oh my God! Over the top.
Over the top.
Well, what's great about that? I saw him in the old Westbury Music Fair. Westbury, and you see it right in front of your eyes, where people go, "Oh my God, this isn't the TV guy that I know and love," and they walk out.
Oh, really?
You get a few walkouts because they went to see exactly, but they're getting the real Bob Saget.
But Bob is a nice guy. Like Bob won't
love him.
Seinfeld makes people uncomfortable with his he really won't give you that bullshit, which I like, man.
He won't let you off the hook.
No
fake laugh.
But it's not a scumbag move either.
Silence.
It's like it's not like he's being a dick to people. It's like they're doing something which requires him to be dishonest to make them comfortable.
He probably enjoys that, like that uncomfortableness. Some people do.
He might.
I think maybe.
Or he's not afraid of it. And I admire
Some
that.
people are afraid of it.
Really funny.
I admire that he's not afraid of it. I'm afraid of it.
Yeah, I like I get uncomfortable and start fake laughing like, that's good.
That's great.
I'm going to make you feel okay
because he's really shitting on you.
Right.
But I love that uncomfortableness. I love it.
Someone came up to him. We were waiting for an elevator a couple weeks ago, and someone came up and had some kind of show, like some cable show or something, and she's like, "We'd really love you to do this show," and he just goes, I don't know what that is. It was so great. She thought,
what show was it? Do you know, Tom? Offhand?
Yes, it was the show on a show on the Yes Network.
Ooh.
It was like one of those talk shows on the Yes Network.
Sports shows.
That's the enemy.
We really want you to do it. Really, he just looks at her and goes, "I don't know what that is." Rather than just like, "Yeah, maybe," you know, or, "Yeah, we'll see." He's just, "I don't know what that is."
And that's not a dick move. Is Bo Hop here? No. That's not a dick move, by the way. Because you are expecting him to behave in a way that let's say if you say, "Hey, Jerry, I'm a big fan," and he goes, "I don't care," that's a dick move.
Right.
But he doesn't do that.
No,
it's like he's not going to fake laugh for you. Which
thank you.
Which comedians,
being honest.
It's almost like he shames the rest of us into like not fake laughing. It's like, God damn it, I hate that I do that. Like, why should I pull that person off the hook when they're being an idiot?
Yeah.
Exactly. I do that. I fucking hate myself for it now.
It really is. It's trying to break up that uncomfortable moment.
Right, exactly.
Instead of relishing
I've done, have you ever done one of these things where you're watching a movie and you
Yes,
know...
absolutely.
Yes, I have to. Just want to let you know.
I never have. Never have.
No.
Not yet.
They're great. They move in 2 dimensions, though, but it's quite amazing. You watch a movie and you're with somebody else and you've seen the movie before and you know a douchey part's coming up and you purposefully talk over it so as to distract from the moment so you don't have to acknowledge with that other person that there's something so cringe-inducing on the screen. So you're just like, yeah, do you want anything to drink? Or as it's happening, and then you can just relax when it's over.
Yeah, I know.
What would be a moment like that? I'm sorry, buddy. What would be a moment like that?
Me telling that story?
No. That was just your friend at a party at the table.
Bernard's here.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
No, I'm serious.
Yeah,
we can turn around.
I can't think of an instance, but there have been
Tom has to take Danny's seats. And
on TV shows or movies.
Studio around a little bit. Hold on one second.
Douchey. What are you having fresh breath for when you kiss? You're popping gum in your mouth.
I would have done that anyway. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And could you just move these monitors?
Love to.
Insane. Fuck me.
Move these.
What do we need? The monitors?
He's going to punch us right in the face.
No, he's a nice man.
Like a lizard or something, the monitor.
Bring him in.
I like just doing the impression every so often. It's fun.
Where's
Bernard! Come on in!
There he is.
Come on in, Chip!
How you doing, man?
What's up, man?
See you, man.
All right, any young boys in here from the
Look at you. You're in your Clark. You got your Clark Kent look
I don't beat
going.
nobody up unless they
Clark Kent look. Right?
Bernard, that's Tom Papa, just so you know, a real funny guy,
That's the
comic.
one. That's the one.
We would love you to hit Tom Papa.
We would love.
That's the one.
Give me the wink.
That's the one.
We love Bernard.
Isn't that scary?
Yeah, he's like steel.
Yeah, look at that. Like steel he is.
Yeah, Bernard's a strong.
man.
He scared me down the first time he was on the show.
It's like
I
an
still got some
anvil.
juice in me.
Oh, I know you do.
Young boys trying to jump on a young man.
Oh, man. You,
How
old are you?
You supposed to respect your elders. Young guy tried to jump on me, hit me with that right hand. I said, what? It was like being on the block.
How old was that guy? 29?
28.
28.
I'm 46. I'm 6 months.
First of all, you don't look 46.
When June come, I'll be 6 months from 47.
Man,
oh, man.
So now you're 7 months from 47.
Yeah.
There you go.
So you're almost 46 and a half.
And
it actually hurt.
Yeah, right. See, you're just like, ow.
I'm like, ow.
You're going to wake up tomorrow all bruised.
We talked yesterday. You told me about the wink. I put.
Yeah.
You're gonna get it.
Do you know how great it would be?
Pay him no lunch, man. You must have, you must have asked Betty.
Pissed him off
You
or
told me to
something.
knock you off as soon as I come in here.
Knock
Gotcha,
you
right.
out. That would be great.
Bernard's boy hopped up after a fight, though.
How you, baby? How you
I'm
been?
good.
We've never
Last time
seen
I was
you,
here?
Bernard. We've never seen you after a fight. Yeah, this is a different Bernard.
Yeah, 'cause
usually you're chill and getting ready. You know what I mean? You're in the zone, but now
I
you're
can't
like,
really eat like I want to, so now I'm cool.
yeah, you are, man.
Extra
we
5
like the
pounds.
other Bernard too. Don't get us wrong, because I don't want to get hit.
Yeah, I'm straight, man. I took care of my body and rested up after the fight, and a little sore and thawing out. We call it thawing out in boxing after the fight's over. You got little aches and pains, little lumps here.
Did you take any shots that you were like, wow, okay, that hurt a little bit?
Yeah, that's when I jumped on him.
Yeah.
You don't be hitting an old man like that. You didn't see me wobble? You didn't see me?
No, I didn't see the fight. I was working.
What?
I had a show.
And you've been watching me for years.
Yes, and I actually couldn't find it on YouTube.
It, though. HBO, you know what they do. They
rerun
It's
it.
probably going to die out by tomorrow. Or
People thought you were going to go down?
Oh, they always think I'm
Yeah,
going
yeah.
down. I mean, nobody, 40 is kind of...
Your legs got a little shaky.
As though my legs get shaky, and they're shaky now.
With that?
No. it's a thing where, like, you know, come on, you get in your late 30s, in your early 40s, you're normally done with any sport.
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, golf, you just about maybe hanging on by the threads. If you palmer somebody, great. But other than that, man, I'm pushing the envelope, man, but I'm pushing it in a respectful way. And I'm just glad that I'm healthy. I came out there without any cuts. Never been cut in boxing.
That's great, man.
And I'm cool, man. I you know, of course, I'm sore, aches and pains, but that's the.
What hurts the most? What hurts the most on your body right now?
I would say my like joints.
Yeah.
From the running and the training. I mean, you're talking 9 weeks of grueling training, and I still put it in like I'm 25. It's not like I adjusted my training regimen. I still like run with the young bulls, do the 880s twice a week, run 3 miles, sometimes 4. It depends on what workload I have for the next day because I want to leave it out on the track. So Nazim and Danny Davis, they say, okay, Monday, I know what I have to do. Tuesday, I know what I have to do. Wednesday, I know what I have to do. Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays are boxing days. Days I get in there with 3 different guys, sometimes 4. Jeez. And I give him 4 rounds, 3 rounds, 6 rounds.
Wow.
One day we do 8, one day we do 9. They never tell me. They ambush me.
Oh, so you don't know.
I never leave out. It's not like when I do 4 with him, I get out to get a break and them 2 box. They're not fighting. They my help.
Right.
So I never leave. I stay in the gym.
God.
Like it's a fresh body, fresh body, fresh body.
Yeah.
It's a sub, but only one side subbing.
Wow.
Right.
I mean, like play basketball.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? They come in and then, you know, this guy's trying to work me so the next guy can get me.
Or a tag team match where the guy can't tag. Right. I hate that.
And the next guy's licking his chops because he's seeing this guy jump on me because my trainer's telling him to do what? Jump on Bernard. So I got to fight to win, fight to survive, fight to stay in the game, and fight to win the round.
And if your sparring partners aren't doing the right thing, they're going to be replaced. So they can't. They can't.
And they get $1,000 bonus if they pick me on my seat.
No,
Really?
Yes.
Oh, so they're trying to knock you down.
Yes.
Does that ever happen? Does it ever happen?
No, because I'm smart enough to get them before they come there and say, "Look, I gave $2,000."
That's funny.
That's really
Do you
good.
take glucosamine for your joints?
Yes.
A little glucose.
I'm just starting to take it.
They're good for you.
Because
It is good.
And the commission, the rules, it's like over the counter. It's good stuff.
By the way, that's all you two have in common.
Yeah. By the way, you know how he knows about that?
Man, that stuff be squeaking. I mean, your legs is like
squeaking. Yeah, you get them.
I'm like, what the heck?
Yeah,
No, I'm saying,
I think that's their motto on the commercial. That stuff be squeaking.
Listen, on the body, when it cracks and you move, that's squeaking, like on the bike.
You're like beer cans.
That's the body way. That's the
beer
body
can ankles going to the bathroom in the morning.
That's the body way of squeaking.
Yeah.
That cracking. I said, what the heck, my arm? It's all
You got to lube
joints.
that shit up.
You got to lube it up, man.
Do you know how he knows about it?
I need a round or 2 to warm up. That's why when you do get a chance to see the fight or get a DVD, I mean, it wasn't bad starting off, but I had to get warm.
Yeah.
Around the 3rd round, he was like, well, people was like,
wow,
Bernard, this guy's like, and this guy's strong, Haitian young bull who's a champion, who's got confidence, who has
hungry,
who's saying,
the tiger.
I beat Bernard Hopkins. This is a legend. He becomes an instant star. HBO got a contract waiting for him to sign if he beats me.
Wow, that got crumbled up and thrown in a garbage bin.
No, they slid it over to me and said, "Would you fight 2 more fights?" Bernard, I said, "Hell yeah!"
You're gonna keep fighting.
Oh, are you kidding me? I got Chad Dawson on the menu now. That was in the contract. That's why Chad fought.
How long from now, though?
That's why Chad Dawson fought under my undercard. Because like a tournament, like give you something to look forward to. Chad Dawson, big, another young, strong.
So you get to see him.
Well, I've been watching him already,
right.
but he got the chance to highlight himself.
But I mean, yeah, the people get to see him and you.
Absolutely,
so it gives you a little more of a look
vision.
You got to see these two go at it, right?
And Pascal beat Chad Dawson.
Okay. Right.
And Pascal called me out. You know, I'm home with my teeth out in the rocking chair. He calls me out and said, "I'd like to fight Bernard Hopkins, the legend." And I took the challenge, and here we are. We got 2 fights out of it. The first one was a draw, which I believe I won in Canada. And I said, you know what? I told Richard Schaefer, Golden Boy Promotion CEO, we won the purse bid. We had the right to take the fight to wherever we wanted to take it at, in the States or in Canada. I said, he got a big following. You know what? I love Canada. We're going to be in Montreal. We're not going to be in Quebec City. We're not going to be in Toronto, which is no problem with me, but let's go to Montreal, outside of New York.
Yeah, nice.
Look, they paying. Let's go. Bernard, you want to go to Montreal? I said, let's go to Montreal. I said, that's gangster. We go to Montreal, where he's from. right? We're his
Yeah.
adopted home. He's really Haitian, but let's go to Montreal, kick his ass in Montreal, gain Canadian fans, and there we go.
Wow.
And it worked out fine.
That's where Sugar Ray won the fucking
the
Olympics.
the gold medal.
Wow. We have him coming in. I've been reading his book, and he was saying about fighters that he goes, you get scared of taking that one fight that you shouldn't have taken, like as the years go on. Are you scared that will happen to you at one point, or do you just know that you're in a place where you're not going to have one fight that just makes it really bad
Not
for you?
with me. You know, any fight that can happen to you. With me, I just don't. I mean, I've been in the game too long to take something that I'm going to be afraid of. But I'm not going to be afraid of anything that I've conditioned myself not to be afraid of. That's just an instinct boxing situation. We in denial about getting hurt about anybody, or we wouldn't fight them. That's just not in our DNA, at least not mine. Now, as far as doing the right business sense and fighting the guys you're supposed to fight in your weight class, and not saying, oh, I can fight this guy, I can fight that guy, and getting cocky and getting too caught up on yourself. But with me, it's always, a thing where, you have some suspicions or some, I guess, some worry about, this guy got a good right hand, so I got to watch out for that. That, to me, doesn't mean scared. Not to me. To me, it means, and again, I respect Leonard. I know what I know how he's putting it, but I'm putting it as far as me, Bernard Hopkins, is maybe my fears are translated into, okay, he got a dangerous right hand. I got to be careful of that. To me, that's not scared. That's just saying be aware that no matter how good I am,
that it might be coming at you.
If I get hit with this right hand, I'm human, that I might be doing a Jerry Lewis.
We haven't.
To me, he was a funny dancer.
Yeah. We haven't even acknowledged yet that you beat George Foreman's record, obviously.
Yes, the oldest in history.
How old is Foreman?
45.
40.
No, Foreman's a dinosaur, and I'm a dinosaur. No.
He was 45.
BC, 400 BC. But he
was he nice to you? I think I remember.
No, I did beat his record.
Yeah, I know you beat his record. Was he nice to you? I'm trying to remember.
Yes, George called me twice. It was all on the air way before the fight last week, and he also called me congratulations, and he also say, "Hell goes the king, and he did a thing for HBO that he didn't have to do. He did a thing for Golden Boy. We did a teleconference with all the media, and they asked him first, and then they asked me, and then they had so many media people asking questions back and forth.
You're going to put out a burger cooking grilling thing?
Anybody deserve.
You got to do that now.
Yes,
put out a burger grill.
Anybody deserve. Thank you. Anybody deserve to break my record the way I did. He did, as he said. Right. Is Bernard Hopkins. Wow. Long live the king.
Wow.
And how many coming from George Foreman?
That's great.
The only thing I need is a grill now.
Yeah, get the grill.
That's all I need now is grill. Now
that's where he made his money.
Now we're into the big money.
How many more years do you think you have?
Yeah. It's not years with me. It's just
how many more fights
or historic moments for me. And like I said, I got a 2-fight deal right now. Was 4, but 2-fight deal. Now we down to 2 with HBO, and I'm gonna fulfill that contract.
Nice.
And the last one, I'm hoping it will be a guy named Butte, who's a well-known Canadian who gets 50,000 people in the arena if he fights Donald Duck.
You just keep beating up Canadians.
And he's younger.
Yeah, he really
not that young. He's like 30, but that's young compared to 46.
Yeah, sure.
And he's a real born Canadian, and he gets, like I said, 50,000 people if he fight Donald Duck. Imagine me there.
Yeah.
So this is amazing. Here I'll be almost 47, and I'm still in a high demand. And again, we're not talking about Bernard. Of course you can get hurt at anything, no matter how old you are. But this is a blessing to be in a situation in a hard sport where your career don't last 10 years if you're lucky. Yeah. And again, I consider myself smart enough to know when to leave. And I got a lot of other things great going on. I've been coming here many, many years, and I've done right by my decisions and my finances, and my personal life is intact. I'm not all over the place. That's important. And, of course, I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't waste extra money on different things. I hate gambling, I hate losing.
Oh, smart.
So these are the key point things that kept me grounded over the years.
I'm on the road to ruin.
Great.
And
he just named all
he
your
named everything I do.
Can you straighten him out? Because every vice you mentioned, he has.
He gambles, drinks.
For longevity, I think that's why I'm here too. I can say I'm that good, but I ain't a fool. I know there's a lot of other ingredients that goes in that success cake that have been been baking for all these years.
It's one cake E-Rock won't eat. The success cake.
That's right.
That's our fat friend in there.
The way you've been treating your body, you probably get sick. If you're a piece of that cake.
Actually, I work out.
You work out?
Yeah, you got to. It's like one of those things.
Exactly. He's been thawing out his whole life.
Yeah, they do eyelid exercises. Close them for 8 hours, open them for a couple. Drink, pass out, close for 10.
Anthony takes his knuckles and he punches holes in the little walls and rest areas. That's Anthony's fucking exercise. Because he's a fucking Peter Pumper.
I hear Jimmy's voice on the other side of the hole.
You certainly do. And I didn't like Tom, by the way, asking how many years you got left. That's not a fucking boxer's question. Men like Bernard and myself understand that. You don't understand that.
Years because I mean I know it's a question that people curious.
Well, because what everyone's talking about is the age.
Yeah, I mean, of course I can't box until I'm 70 years old, but you know I know when it's time to box. And one way you know one way or the other, right? Yeah. You get your ass kicked, and you know that. Wait a minute, you're 47 years old. You've never been beat like that before. You made it out with your life, hopefully. Then go. But
that does suck though. That's got to be the way that is by getting your ass handed to you.
But because it's not like a lottery ticket. It's not like you get this much fame and money and things like that, and then you say, okay, I'm leaving, and you can go ahead and quit your job and do what you got to do. I mean, I've been doing this half my life. I'm 46. I've been boxing since 1988. As a professional, I started since I was 9 years old. So the math will tell you that this is what I've been doing for basically half of my life. Now, okay, if I'm blessed to get another 40 years on this earth, I want to enjoy those, not only healthy, not only with my daughter's 11 years old, just had another daughter. So nice. I want to be there for them. I want to be there to talk sensible to the teacher when it's time. Right. So I understand these things. All these things become really important now because now I can set their life up and their kids' life if everything is done right. Trust-wise.
So you'll get out in time, man. Because, I mean, a lot of old boxers, it's kind of sad when they come in here.
But do they start to feel, do you think they start to see effects before?
That's what I want to know.
Yes.
Like Ali or Meldrick Taylor, did they start to see it before?
Ali,
I mean, I'm not 100% right.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
But you sound, as nuts as you are now, though, I watched interviews from 20 years ago, you're the same guy, though. You're not that different.
Flashbacks.
I
mean, come on now. I mean, I get flashbacks.
What he's saying, there's no drop-off in it whatsoever. And I think some of these guys, when they were in their 40s, just started to kind of see it in their interviews and stuff.
And everyone around Ali knew what was happening, and he kept fighting, right? Even his trainer left because he couldn't bear what was going on.
Dundee.
I'm going to give up a secret.
Yeah.
So maybe we can help somebody. I got 13 puzzles I play with.
You do puzzles?
Puzzles?
No. Keep the brain stimulated.
Sudoku.
Jimmy's so
it's all about the Sudoku.
You do puzzles? Dude, I was so happy as a way I could lose my man tits without working out. Puzzles! I'll do puzzles!
Puzzles.
Hey, do you think, this is too, because you've said some things that people take issue with, I guess, and Larry Holmes always did that too, and a lot of people didn't like Larry Holmes. And then I think when he fought Ali, it's like you kind of loved him after that because you felt like he really could have knocked Ali out, but he didn't want to hurt Ali.
And he loved
you got
Ali.
the feeling that he didn't want to hurt Ali in that fight?
Of course, man. He said it. He was his idol. He sparred with him. He was a sparring partner, for God's sake.
Yeah.
And Larry Holmes knew that Ali wasn't the Ali that he remembered.
He cried at the end.
He cried at the end, and he told him, "Said, man, look, why are you fighting? If you need some money, I know what you need. I got you. Don't do this no more, champ." He really was hurt. by that.
Yeah, he was his sparring partner in Zaire for the Foreman fight.
Yeah, he was really hurt by that.
He said that.
And Larry's a good friend. He's a good guy. His wife and everybody. He's a good guy.
I met him one time.
He went to visit him in the hospital after the fight, right?
Right, exactly.
And he was, and Ali was like, I love you, and he was crying, and he was just like, it was this really nice moment, and then on his way out, Ali was like, I can still take you.
If you love me, why you beat me up?
That's right. If you love me, why'd you beat me up so bad?
Oh shit! It's hard to see Ali like it's so hard to see him like that, Bernard. Knowing what he was.
But I wanted to my fight last Saturday, and even leading up to the fight. Pascal said some things that had never been said to me in boxing, especially around I guess you could say, the era of the baseball, the runners, the joggers, whatever allegations or people either plead guilty to or they didn't, Barry Bonds and stuff like that. When a guy want to pump a fight up or want to do something and say something. There's a lot of other things that I've did and said, but one thing I never said, somebody ate a candy bar, somebody done something because they beat me or because they shouldn't be that good. Even after I said he's a legend, that's why I want to fight him, he done all these things, boom, boom. And then when you're in denial that you are, you got outsmart because I got wisdom, and you got outboxed and you got outfought, and you say, well, take the test, you cheated. You don't turn your nose on that. And
did he say that?
Yeah, it was all on YouTube and everything like that. And I told everybody at the press conference that start asking questions. Well, Bernard, why would he say that? And would you take the test? So now he didn't flip from the first fight becoming a draw in Quebec City down to a allegation. And so I wanted to really, seriously, not get off my game, but punish him.
Yeah.
And show him. And then set a message that at the end of the day, you got to be accountable for what you say.
Oh, after the first fight, he said that?
Yes.
Oh, because after this fight, I heard he was pretty graceful in defeat after the second fight.
Fight. But this is all on the news, man. This is all on Sports Center and everything.
Right.
And, I know they're going to ask me when I'm headed up ESPN in Hartford, Connecticut later on this afternoon. But that was like a hot topic. And then, people that, the sports people, even my not biggest fans, they was like, writers, so they're like, oh, Bernard, again, nobody's exempt from doing anything, but when you come talking about clean living, the way he take care of himself and all that, you might say he's a loudmouth. You might say he threw the Puerto Rican flag down. You might say he did this, he did that. You might say he said the thing about Joe Galzaki, he'll never let a white boy beat him and all this sort of stuff. But when it comes to whether he's working hard and busting his chops to be who he is, which we all credit him for, a lot of people couldn't really buy that, but he said it, and I'm not going to get into it, but there will be some repercussions.
Now, let me ask you too. You said something, and again, I say that because I kind of like
mess with my legacy. You mess with my name, and you. Excuse me, cut you off. But what you're doing is, you can't say certain things, even though we're in this country, which is great of the freedom of speech, but you can't make allegations on somebody that built something, took 2 decades and some change to do, and you try to wipe it out by saying something that would put me under the light of being suspicious, especially in this era we live in.
Right.
I mean, come on.
Exactly, when everyone's accusing everyone.
Right, and I used to be, I'm still a Golden Boy, but he's not. And then Shane Mosley, who did admit to whatever he was doing, he started mentioning these guys all on YouTube. Shane Mosley, he got a trainer named Nazim Richardson. I said, wait a minute.
Nazim trains you too, right?
Yeah, he's tying me in with Shane Mosley. Are you kidding me? So now they became okay, he forced me now to be able to, wait a minute, I gotta stand up and it won't be in the ring. I did the ring thing first. I took care of my job. That was the plan. Take care of my job and then let them take care of this.
This guy accused Bernard of doing steroids, and Bernard is going to sue his ass for fucking accusing him of doing steroids, which is probably fine. You beat the shit out of him, and then you take his belt, and then you sue him for saying that.
Right.
That's my interpretation of that.
That is
and that's smart. It's like, what else are you going to do? A guy can't lump you in like that and accuse you of doing something that is either career ending or, like you said, legacy ending. That goes beyond shit talking.
And guess what? The thing is, that goes beyond shit talking, but guess what? Even better. We had 3 months since December of last year to now. We had almost 4 months, it was really 6 or 7, to bring it up in the negotiations. He never brought it up. He never said, like Floyd Mayweather said to what? Pacquiao, and then he said it to the guy he fought before then, Shane Mosley. Look, if you want to fight me, Shane, you got to do this. And they was doing it every random time they was doing it. He never brought it up to even his promoter, Yvonne Michelle. He never brought it up to nobody. He brought it up in Montreal in front of the media.
Right. Just
when we was at the podium, when his time was coming up and my time was coming up, everybody, everybody was looking dumbfounded.
Shit.
He grabbed the microphone.
That's sleazy.
Take the test. Then he lost focus. You cheated. That's when I got it.
Oh, right.
See, take the test is nothing. You can say anybody take the test.
Sure. Right.
But when he said, you cheated. You cheated. Now he's making a direct.
Yeah.
And I'm not a lawyer, but I've been around him.
It's a definitive statement.
Exactly.
Right.
That's a definitive statement. That's not a innuendo.
Yeah.
To say somebody, hey, look, that's why the news says allegedly. If he says I'm alleging that there was cheating, there's a big difference between that and making a statement of fact.
It saves you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does, because that's a statement of fact, is a big difference. Let me ask you said some, like, the reason one of the things I like about you is you really never care about being polite when you speak. Like, you'll say things like, no white boy is going to beat, things that you should say as an athlete, and people shouldn't crucify you for. And Donovan McNabb, you gave a beating to. Do you just genuinely don't like Donovan, or?
We're going out to dinner. We're going to have. I mean, but the thing is, it ain't got nothing to do with I don't like Donovan.
Or do you not respect him? Or
I just, as an athlete, see something that an athlete has or don't have by my experience of doing what I've done for almost 2 decades. Certain piece that you need to become one of the great ones. And put yourself in position to at least be a campaign for the great ones. In America and society today, good is okay, but good is not great. There's a lot of good people that don't have rings or belts or a trophy of NFL. When I seen the makeup and the personality, great guy, great chunky suit commercial, everything is fine. But it's something that has to be in your DNA to go over the top. I can name 4 or 5 athletes in different sports that you'll be like, hey, that's some heavy hitters. Not only to win, but win again and win again and win again. As the great Jordan said. Again, everybody can't be Jordan. I can't be Jordan. And I can't be Ray Robinson, the great Ray Robinson, Sugar Ray Robinson. But when you have the chance, which we know he did, and again, there's more than one person on the field. It just didn't have that hump, and somebody finally in personnel of Philadelphia seen it and made the change. But you know, again, I'm not a bandwagon guy, but you have to come from certain era and certain, I guess. Hardcore communities in certain sports to be hard, and Michael Vick is a hard guy. Yeah, and let me tell you something, man. You know, when a guy runs right past a linebacker, not worrying about going out of bounds. Now we know we want to keep the quarterback because we need him. I mean, too much heart could be crazy too, but this is the type thing I'm talking about. When you got it, when you're mad because you didn't get the ball, you're not smiling at everybody playing off. You know, Philly fans are vicious. And then they want you to feel their pain when we screw up. You're supposed to at least act like it kicked something, you smiling. That turns a lot of people off, because when you're comfortable and you've done what you are comfortable with, like when I won the belt, I said, hey, all these guys talking about they champions, I want to unify the title. Took some years. I want to clean it up now. Who's the champ? Okay, you're right. Boxing is screwed up. It's 5 champions in 5 different weight classes. How many years is it going to take me to wipe all these people out and fight at the Garden and beat Tito and become undisputed? But this is what certain people from certain cloths that's cut out of that cloth era becomes different and becomes historic conversations 10, 15 years from now.
Do you see him as a sellout at all? Do you see him as a sellout at all? Because you said that there's certain people who are in the house and he's in the field while he's up in the house. Do you see him as a sellout, or the way he behaves or carries himself?
I see a situation where a guy was led to believe that he was one of the special ones and was going to get treated different. And when he realized that he wasn't, he went back to reality and went on HBO and did his segment.
Now, what was the segment that he did that was, because I'm not familiar with the segment.
Black quarterbacks has to do above and beyond what white quarterbacks has to do.
And he did that?
Yes.
Yeah. So you feel like I feel like he thought it was going to be different for him, but it wasn't.
I felt like he said the right things, but it was just the wrong messenger saying it.
Okay. Do you feel that he was kind of, No, like he gave the right message, but he wasn't sincere?
No, he was sincere, but it was the wrong person representing that statement.
Okay, a more hardcore guy should have represented the statement.
No, a more guy that knew that his position from day one was what it is. So I think that if you played that role and now you hurt because all of a sudden now that you are starting to see what people have already told you, or maybe he know what I have said. And now he's starting to see that, man, I don't like that. The trade rumors, the backlash he got for that particular year, and you probably remember that, when they was talking about getting rid of him, they was talking about, you know, they shouldn't have drafted him when they booed him in Philadelphia from his draft. So I think that he realizes, like, when you find out something that you've been told or heard and you was told, no, we love you, we love you, we love you, and you find out that they ain't the case and you felt betrayed, you feel your camel go out and throw out dirty laundry and you say things, and then people say, okay, well, you know, it makes sense. I remember the Doug Williams era in Washington, D.C. He got blackballed after he won the Super Bowl. I mean, but it is what it is. People don't like to talk about certain things because they're so sensitive about it, but, you know, that's what makes certain people because they don't have problems talking about certain things no matter what the backlash and the controversy. That makes me me. I was born with courage in my DNA. And so was a lot of historic people before me and will be after me. And so when I see things and I make my own personal analysis on it, and I could be wrong too, but it started up a dialogue amongst people that's understood in a way and people that didn't understood. And then some people took it and twisted the way they wanted to twist it. But as far as a person, I believe he's a fantastic person. I believe he's a fantastic husband, family man, and everything. But from an athlete analyzing another athlete like we do, and I know as an athlete for all these years, and from my background, coming from where I've came from, negative to positive, I can look at a guy and I can hear a guy speak, I can hear him play and see if it's fear in his heart, and I can see if it's hunger in his heart, and I can see if he really got what it takes to be what he say he is. And that comes with instincts, that comes with my background, that comes with being in jail for 5 years, that comes from knowing what we call body language, nonverbals, and then the language of mouth will emulate or will back up what you say physically. So I have an inside track on not being a psychic, but I think the profession that I am for 20-something years, that when a guy tells me stuff all the time, what he's going to do to me and this and that, I know at the end it's the outcome what makes a difference, but we do read between, if you're experienced enough, whether this guy just is scared as he's talking, but trying to talk tough.
Do you feel your intuition?
That's my advantage.
Your
on
intuition,
my opponents, and that's my advantage of looking at instinct. That's all it is. Yeah. And I see that, and so when I see certain things, I'm at a bad. I'm a fan of everything sports is out there. So when I'm home in city and I'm looking at whether it's Sixers or when I'm looking at whether the Phillies or the Eagles, I don't look at myself as being Bernard Hopkins and I can speak because I'm Bernard Hopkins. I get caught up like any other Philadelphia fan. I'm a hardcore fan and I criticize. By me being Bernard Hopkins and I have all these accolades tied to me, of course I get enough attention, I know that. But when I see something and there's times I'm mad, like, yo, man, this dude ain't even trying, man. This dude's punking up. I mean, who throws up at the Super Bowl? who get? I mean, okay, it's nervous. Okay, fine, we all nervous. But yo, this is national TV, man. Man up. This is what it is. There's no telling when you're gonna get back there. Don't you know how hard it is to get back to the Super Bowl?
What does your instinct tell you about Jim's heart?
Mm-hmm. He don't have any.
Like nothing, like a black.
He didn't have nothing.
Just a black hole.
That is kind of true.
But at least one thing to tell you, he don't say he has one, and he know he don't.
Yeah, thank you.
At least around me, he always submitted to that. Be easy on me. You know I'm a punk, but at least I respect that.
Right.
Fight back, Jim. Fight back. Tough Tony, and then he come to find out that it's all hollow in his chest.
Right.
Then I got a problem.
I admit that I'm a sissy, and that is the difference.
Sissy.
I don't like the fact that you and the marriage ref are bonding over what a pussy I am. You know how hurtful that is?
Wow, the truth is the truth.
Just a hollow cave in your chest.
Yeah, I'm not a fighter, though. I've never been. I mean, I know you look at me and you probably think that I was groomed somehow to be one.
Of course.
See, you know, when people say they're not a fighter, normally they come back and say, well, I'm a lover.
I'm neither.
So no. You just all messed up.
I'm not a fighter, and I need Cialis to keep an erection. I'm I'm a disaster.
We're getting the wrap up.
We got to wrap up.
Yeah.
Bernard, that was fascinating to listen to. I got to tell you.
Yeah, no problem, man.
He just doesn't have the heart to win the championship. As simple as that.
You got
in the end, he's got the skills, but he doesn't have that extra little fucking thing.
A lot of people are front runners,
right? But you said, I think you said he wasn't black enough.
The front,
which I think wasn't that the exact quote or something?
No. But the bottom line is, what is black enough? Black is no definitions or evidence to show that somebody's black enough. He's black, but when you into that society of you one of us, but you really understand that you can get tricked and think you are.
Right.
Because of the success and because of what you're hearing. And that's the difference between being able to be you. No matter if it's going to be a thing where I got to be a certain way because I'm being accepted. You the quarterback and you the top quarterback. And if you get led into the situation where you corporate guy, we call them corporate guys.
Right.
So you can name a corporate guy, whatever. A corporate guy is going to do what corporate people tell him to do.
We get that.
Yeah. So you understand, everybody's listening to this serious thing across the world, wherever you're located, they understand the difference between the corporate guy and employee.
Right.
The corporate guy does what the corporate guy do what the corporate guy tells them. When a corporate guy go against those rules, the corporate guy gets punished. He gets traded. He gets talked about being traded. He runs and go on HBO and he talks about culture and he talks about what they have to do. Then everybody's shocked. They're like, wait a minute, we took care of you. Why are you throwing this out there? Why are you talking like this? This ain't you. You ain't supposed to do that. So they spank him and say, well, you ain't supposed to go there. A guy's supposed to be doing that. They're looking for a T.O. to do that. They're looking for maybe a Vic at the time to do that. They're looking for a Jim Brown to do that whole Jim Brown. You know, that you won't be surprised if you see that type of individual. But you, not you. That's
gotcha. I totally get it.
That's bullshit.
Totally get
I was pretending I had heart.
Good job, Tim. Man.
For 5 more seconds, you would have had them.
Yeah, or a head.
What are you promoting something, Bernard? What are you?
Well, first I'm on a tour, media tour. I'm fighting probably in September, October. It will be with Chad Dawson, hopefully.
Nice.
That's my contractual obligation. And look for the boot tape fight or a big fight before I really hang it up. Because I'm not going to stay around too long. And guess what, y'all? This is not just saying it, because when you say it and you say it, people won't believe you. But it's about a wrap. There's no one else to fight after 1 or 2 more fights. And that's my contract with HBO. And
how many months before the next fight? You're going to try to do it within the next year, right?
September, October.
Okay.
Where are you fighting? Are you fighting in the States?
I would like to fight in Canada.
Oh, you do? Okay, you want to go back.
Yeah, he doesn't like Canada.
He likes beating up the Canadians.
He likes beating up
Good, they're annoying.
You have to be Canadian.
Just being in Canada.
I bring my lunch there.
Little known fact, Tom Papa is a Canadian.
No, seriously,
if you want to start with Tom
listen,
Papa.
I got a big fan base in Canada. I will go to Canada tomorrow.
All right, we really got to get on
that.
I want to take another photo with Bernard.
Bernard, always a pleasure, sir.
Absolutely, thanks, man.
I usually have gloves for me.
Oh, he's walking away from your picture.
You don't think Jimmy's got gloves?
He's walking away from Tom.
Oh my God, Jimmy's got gloves.
Got the gloves on.
He remembers.
Walking away from your picture.
Of course, Jimmy's got gloves for Bernard. Brand new ones.
Ah, yeah, there you go.
The champ is signing Jim Norton's gloves. Bernard Hopkins, always a pleasure. He never forgot us.
I think any glove that is signed, though, should be put on and blast Jimmy in the face with it.
But I don't sell them.
Wouldn't that be?
You can sign it to the gym. You know I don't sell them.
No, I just mean should be put on and he should punch you with it. So you could have it signed and go, he hit me with that glove.
Punch you until the Sharpie comes off on your face.
Yeah, it proves it. It's like a tattoo. It just stays there permanently.
You can get that one to him.
He will never share his gloves with me. You'll give me one of the gloves?
Take it. Absolutely.
I'll fucking take it.
Damn, that's a good one.
I'll sell that. I'll sell that shit.
Oh shit!
Thank you, brother.
Hello, eBay.
Oh my
That's
God.
pretty damn cool. Tom Papa, the Marriage Ref. Season 2 of the Marriage Ref starts Sunday, June 26th at 10 p.m. and then airs for the following 9 weeks. You're the real deal, brother. You deserve all the success you got. You know that.
Take care, Bernard.
I'll be in
Tom
Gotham
Papa
next week.
Yeah,
if you want to come see me live.
Can you clean up the pits?
I'm sorry. I sweat a lot.
Did Bernard make you nervous?
I just sweat all the time.
I'm swimming. I really like Bernard though. He's a fucking brutally honest guy, and he's not uncomfortable to be around at all. Like he doesn't have a bully vibe to him. He's just a fucking. I really like him as a guy.
But you do know, like, you know, it's probably like Siegfried and Roy felt about the Tigers. At some point, you're like, no, it's great. I do this, it's great. And then something happens and he just rips your face off.
Right.
Like, you know he's got the potential to just fuck you up.
But I'm just him kidding around and just like knocking into you. He's steel.
Yeah, it's
he's
like a girder.
like an anvil.
It's like a girder was being slammed against you.
Yeah, from a human being.
They're
just built differently. He's just he's carbon fiber.
I really liked his 7-minute answer to your question.
It was a long one.
God.
And I said fascinating because it really was. It was a look
going to tell him to shut up.
It was a look into the culture of sports that they don't really discuss anywhere else. That was really interesting.
It was interesting.
He was basically describing that Michael Vick has what it takes to be a champion, and McNabb doesn't.
Yeah,
that's basically what he was saying.
That is exactly what he was saying.
Hopkins is
soft, but he was explaining why.
He's a Philly dude, man, and that Philly vibe when you see that's Keith Robinson.
Keith Robinson.
Keith is a fucking Keith is a fucking lunatic. He's a ballsy guy for real. Keith would fight anybody, even if he get beat up.
The police.
6 at a time.
Exactly.
It's like, could you just give him your license, registration?
Why
are you pulling me over?
Just keep your hands on the wheel.
Because I'm black man, why you pull him over?
He would say that to a black cop.
Because your taillight was out, dummy.
Going Philly crazy.
That was funny.
Black man got to have 2 taillights?
What do you think of Jim's heart?
You think of Jim's
he don't
heart?
have one.
He
but he's told me that from the beginning that he was a punk.
At least he knows it.
You're a punk. What are you going to do? No, I'm not. Let me prove it to you.
But he likes the fact that I don't talk shit.
Yeah, see?
You should talk some shit.
That's why I said that's bullshit.
You can't.
Nah, he's been working out. You should talk some shit, Jimmy.
See
what that workout
I've been doing the elliptical, Bernard.
Yeah. Who said you can move over, Tom?
No, I want Tom closer. I missed him. You see how Bernard, though, he sits very close?
He was very close.
He touches you a lot.
He does.
That was a nice watch he had.
Yeah, he does. He grabs my arm a little bit, and I shut up when he does. It's like, Bernard, I just wanted to say arm grab. Okay,
okay, sir. Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Good point, sir.
All right, sir.
You want this back?
No,
I would
buddy.
understand.
No, of course not.
Understand if you
I was only going to get one glove signed.
He kind of forced you to fucking give this to
Dude,
me.
he said he offered to sign. He goes, where's the other one? I was only going to get one signed. Take it.
Yeah, you only signed one.
I wasn't going to ask him for both. He offered.
You're going to lick it off and
smear it? No, of course not. This is cool.
That's
Bernard
a cool
Hopkins, fucking glove. You kidding me?
That is, dude. Get fucking...
That's awesome.
The champ.
Let's get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, we got
glucosamine. We got to buy some glucosamine.
And remember, glucosamine for
your
those,
squeaky joints.
Squeaky joints.
I was squeaking.
For some reason, it fixed the motherfuckers. That's like the motto, I think. Something like that.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. That shit be squeaking.
Shit be squeaking.
Fucking
if
guy.
that shit be squeaking, get glucosamine.
Can I say, when your shit be squeaking.
Can I say this? The fucking guy didn't forget. He didn't forget about us. I like that.
He just won the belt and he came back, and he knows he's been coming here for a while. He's a very cool dude.
He didn't have to.
Are you talking about me?
Of course. And you just won the belt.
You're the same person. You're the same person.
I'm sweating like I'm sparring.
Just a stand-up dude, man. He remembers that you bring shit from the sign, and
he asked where the gloves were. It's like I don't know. I
like that.
I love Philly guys like that. Because the ones I've met have all been cool. And Philly has so many fucking fighters, man. I mean, Hopkins, Meldrick Taylor, fucking Sonny Liston came out of Philly. There's a lot of very tough fucking dudes from Philadelphia.
Yeah.
That is
Did you say Frazier? Because I was distracted for a second.
No, I didn't. I forgot Frazier.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ, I forgot Joe Frazier.
The biggest one.
Yeah, I forgot Joe Frazier.
That's Keith Robinson, if Keith Robinson can box. Joe Frazier and Keith Robinson are really similar.
But he said something that made me, he would agree with probably about McNabb because of that vibe. Keith would always say he got that vibe. But Keith has a really, as dumb as Keith is, he has a really good insight into people.
Dumb as he is.
Oh, he is. He's as stupid as they come. And I mean Keith, not Bernard.
Yeah, of course.
But Keith has a really good insight into people, man. He reads people very fucking well. Yeah, he's not a dumb guy.
Yeah.
I'm boring. Sorry, guys.
Hey, Papa, this was a pleasure, brother.
Yeah, it was fun seeing you guys again.
Absolutely.
I'll suck every cock in this room.
Like I haven't.
Once again, the marriage rap starts up Sunday, June 26th at 10 p.m.
Yes.
So, that's it for us.
Thanks, guys.
Opie and Anthony. The Opie and Anthony Show on Sirius XM.